All right, Shalom, Mizul, Shalom, peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered. Brother Iram Allah.
Sure, what?
Coming back to you guys with another video through the spirit on this holy Shabbat. And as you can see by the title, we're gonna go ahead and touch on what's been current within the last week. We got another rapper bites the dust. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. Another rapper, another drill rapper, another black rapper, another Israelite rapper bites the dust at the hands of more than likely another Israelite brother. So we're going to touch on some of these things that we see that's going viral right now for the purpose of edification. Shalom to the family online. And then maybe if we got some time at the end of this, we can go ahead and open it up for some Q&A. Don't forget to like and share for the brothers and sisters in the chat that comes in. Go ahead and like the video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you share as well. And like I said, peace and blessings and Godspeed to everybody. Shalom, sisters. Aliyah. Shalom or shalom. All praises. We're gonna let a couple more people get in here, man, before we get started. What's interesting about this topic is we had like a quiet period of rappers not dying. Remember the Most High was taking out the rappers in 2020, 2021, and then 2022, and then we had like a little period, a season where it was kind of quiet, at least for mainstream rappers. I'm sure that, you know, you got rappers that die every day within a city, but like the mainstream rappers wasn't dying like towards the end of 2023, but all of a sudden now it seemed like it's back ratcheted up, man. You know, and a lot of times these murders is being displayed on camera, you know, with the technological advancements. You see a lot of things take place on camera, which is interesting, crazy within itself. Shalom to brother Chad. What up, Ak? Shalom, shalom. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and share. And like I said, we do these videos for edification purposes, man. Hopefully you can get it in the hands of a young brother or sister that's impressionable, might be looking up to some of these rappers, and we can sway him or her from going down that path of darkness. You know what I mean? And just a reminder, you know what I mean? Israel got to remember, man, that Most High ain't nothing to play with. So, you know, we do these type of videos as a reminder. So I don't know if you got an article, Ak, you just want to kind of start off reading what's going on to get the audience just tapped in what's going on while we were reacting to this video. Do you got maybe an article you can share?
I don't have an article. I got that video I sent
I got
you.
a video that I was going to watch too. For it.
I can give a little background though.
Yeah, go ahead and give us some background. Give us some context of what's going on.
So everything started like 2018, 2019. Like I was telling Iran, I first caught wind of Youngeen Ace when I was like my senior year of high school. So this is 2018, when I graduated high school. And like he had an album called Life of Betrayal. And he has a song on there called F That. And it's pretty much chronicalizing like why he started spinning and things of that nature. Spinning is ebonics for going to your opposition's hoods and killing them, just for the people who are not up to date on ebonics.
Drive around the block. That's why it's called spinning. We're going to go drive around the block and try to shoot somebody.
Yeah, so that's spinning the block. But he was chronicalizing that because in 2019, Youngeen Ace, his brother, and his two best friends were going to celebrate one of his other friends' birthday party at a restaurant, and when they left, they got shot. Youngeen Ace got shot 8 times. His brother and his two best friends, got shot as well, but they died. But Youngeen Ace survived. So what ended up happening was Julio Foolio, who passed away here recently, like within the last week. After this happened, he was dissing them. He was dissing Youngeen Ace's brother and two best friends. He didn't take responsibility for their deaths, but he was
Taunting them,
dissing
right?
them. Yeah, he was taunting them and dissing them for their death. And he went on another mainstream social media or YouTube podcast type show and said that he knew that they would do the same thing if he was the one to get hit. But he never took responsibility for that. So everything up until that point kind of was just like trolling because he didn't take responsibility for the killing. Now, Julio Foolio, they're both from Jacksonville, Florida. Him and Youngeen Ace, who we're going to be talking about today, they're both from Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida is a pretty violent city, much like Los Angeles, California, Memphis, Tennessee, Chicago, Illinois, on and on and on. It's a violent city. Um, so after that happened in 2019, it was late 2019. Julio Foolio cousin Zion Brown got killed. Um, and after that happened, that's when everything kind of ramped up. Queso, who is one of Youngeen Ace's top shooters in his clique called ATK, he killed uh, one of no, his big brother got killed. Yeah, his big brother got killed. Who I believe his name was Boss Goon. That was late 2019 when he got killed. Then Queso when he killed one of Julio Fulio's guys, and that's when the beef got really ramped up, and that's where it became to where it is today. Um, it really came from Julio Foolio. He could have avoided all this by not taunting Youngeen Ace because he had nothing to do with it. He kind of like implanted himself in a position to be hit back at when he didn't really have to be. But after
Unfortunately,
that,
yeah.
he kind of placed himself in a beef that he had nothing to do with.
And I know people that's coming in might not know any of these rappers, but you know, it's something that's evident is going on within our community that we got to speak on, especially when we get them boots on the ground. We got to go talk to these people, man, the youth that want to listen, because some not. Give me Amos 7 and 17 real quick. We'll start off there, and then we'll go ahead and share the video. Y'all on and family online. Peace and blessings, Godspeed to everybody. We'll open up a Q&A at the end, but we do want to kind of bring some of this information out.
God, this is Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and
See
thou
that
shalt not.
the scriptures say in the book of Amos that our kids, particularly our sons, were going to die a violent death. This is what he was saying in the book of Amos. Amos is like 500, 600 BC, maybe 700 BC, right between that timeline. And it was saying clearly that there's going to come a time where your young men in particular are going to die violent deaths.
But the young women too, their sons and their daughters. One of the interesting things about this story, where I don't know if your video that you got goes into it, but Julio Fulio's girlfriend, she got shot at by one of Youngeen Ace's guys, and she was in Julio Fulio's car. She got shot at. She got hit in the head, the finger, and I believe the leg. And then Youngeen Ace's people, I think it was Queso, he made a song and said they shot her finger off. She couldn't even tweet about it. Like it was a whole diss song about them hitting his girlfriend. So the women died violent deaths too. If you from the projects or from the hood or know any people from the hood, women die the same way the dudes do. They get killed too.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm with you, right? We don't know these people, man. We don't know these people. These new rappers up and coming. We definitely old. If we in our 30s, we should know these rappers. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. But it's crazy, man. Some of the stuff that they talking about. We're gonna go ahead and share the video and let y'all get y'all caught up to speed on what's going on. Um, it's kind of crazy. And sadly enough, one of the brothers knew he was an Israelite. We'll touch on that too.
Mm-hmm.
One of the brothers knew he was an Israelite, so it's just a waste of life, essentially. Unfulfilled life, man. So I'm gonna start it off right here. Let me see. Let me make sure, Salakia. Let me make sure the sound is on so y'all can hear the sound.
And don't get it twisted. Hey, shout out to the Light of Zion out there in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, they put in man work. A lot of them brothers from Florida in the Florida period, rapper wise, like Kodak, Black, all them, they know the Israelites because of them brothers out there. So big shout out to the light of Zion out there, Priest Kahan. They put in man work down there. A lot of them brothers know the Israelites in Florida. Most of them.
All right, so let's go ahead and react to the video.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen.
Bill went viral last year after rival rappers Youngeen Ace and Foolio took shots at each other's dead homies on Who I Smoke and the When I See You remix. But a lot has gone down behind the scenes since the beef first popped off. Here's what's been going on. Allegedly, one of Ace's deadliest shooters is a rapper named K-So. He's currently facing 2 first-degree murder charges and is a huge part of why the beef went viral in the first place. K-So took the beef to the next level when he allegedly murdered Foolio's 16-year-old little brother.
Look at that. Look, he's a boy. He's a kid.
16-year-old.
16-year-old, man. He's a kid, bro. Look, innocent. Innocent, bro. This is how we become the shaking of the head, as the scriptures say. What can you do besides shake your head when you hear stuff like this? Right? I can't get to you, so I'm gonna kill your 16-year-old brother, man. That's evil as hell, bro. That's diabolical and sick. Give me that shaking of the heads real quick. This is the curses, man, in full effect. You name me another nation going through this like this. In Babylon the Great, besides the Israelites. Not to say there ain't murders that's going on in other nations. I'm saying at this degree, on this display, I don't see it. Read that up.
God, this Psalms 44:13, it says, Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people.
Yeah, that's how you do, man. When you hear stuff like that, 16-year-old youngsters getting gunned down, it's like, what? And it don't even look like he was active, man. You know, I don't know if this is an up-to-date picture.
He probably wasn't active enough to get murked.
Nah.
He was probably in and out, but not enough to
he probably
be
grew
a
up around you,
casualty.
but I mean, if this is the picture of him like recently, yeah, he definitely wasn't active, man. He was a good kid. He's a good kid, man. 16-year-old boy, man. Sad.
Bibby. In February 2019, Bibby was sitting outside his apartment.
Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. This video is for informational purposes only. It would not be monetized, okay? We're just reacting.
With a friend when a gunman walked up and started letting off shots. Bibby and his homie split up and ran off, but the shooter chased him down and lit him up. Having your little brother die is tragic enough, but K-So and Ace ain't stopped there. Ace made Bibby and the whole beef famous when he dropped Who I Smoke. He dissed Bibby and other dead KTA members, then K-So dissed back on the track K-So. K-So was already a suspect because of how much he dissed Bibby in music and on social media. But before the cops had enough evidence to arrest him, K-So allegedly...
So he told on himself. He's an idiot. He told on himself, right? He wanted to narrate what he did.
And put it explicitly and then put the name in the song. How stupid can you be?
See, this right here is real beef right here. Like what Kendrick and Drake went through was just rap battles. They was rapping. This right here,
this real smoke,
real beef. Like they really gonna kill each other when they see each other. Like it's
and they talking about it like whatever really come with it, come with it.
They not rapping. They declaring what they did on the records. Give me that wax cold, Matthew, real quick. Bubble the shot. Waxing cold, man. Waxing cold as hell, man.
It's Matthew 24:12, and it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
You see that? Because sin is at an all-time high, lasciviousness, drunkenness, debauchery, malice, hatred, all the fruits of the flesh is extremely prevalent within our community. Yeah, everybody's cold-hearted, man. What's the new saying? Well, it ain't new, but you know, it's like popular now. Niggas die every day.
Yeah, niggas die every day, B. But it's also like
somebody died, bro.
Yeah, man. Whole town was shook.
The whole town was shook, bro. Like in the early 90s, bro, when somebody died, it used to be like a thing. Like the whole town was grieved. Everybody would cry. You know what I mean? It'll take them like a week to get over it. Now, let somebody die, man. And they're like, okay.
Let's take it back to the ancient world, man. When one of the priests died, man, or one of the mighty men, the whole city will mourn for him. When Moses died, the whole wilderness mourned for Moses. Same with David.
Yeah, David, Simon. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua weep when what's my boy name? Lazarus died.
Lazarus gone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now
There's no more natural affection.
there's no natural affection whatsoever. Right?
It's actually cool to be a demon. Like demon time is like the thing to be. No, to be a demon.
It's
be on demon
sensationalized.
time.
It's glorified at this point. Like demon time is something that they hold to high regard. Like,
And that's prophecy.
This is crazy. Like, is this what you want to do? So you rap about something that you actually did, and then you go shoot a video giving descriptive details of what happened.
It's not funny, but it's like, how stupid can you be?
Crazy, y'all. The time we're living in right now.
Yeah.
And then you do a little victory dance.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
Let me go back a little bit, man. This is crazy.
Then Queso dissed back on the track Queso. Queso was already a suspect because of how much he dissed Bibby in music and on social media. But before the cops had enough evidence to arrest him, Queso allegedly caught another body with some help from his own dad. Back in 2018,
Oh, yeah. He useless.
Queso's brother, Goon, was
He caught a body with his dad. You have to feel like a loser and a failure as a father, man.
To go spin with your son, bro.
You going to spin the block with your son? You going to catch bodies with your son, bro? I thought the objective was to keep your kids away from this foolishness, man. By any means. I would say that at least in LA. I don't know about the overwhelming mass, but in LA, old gangsters would say that they despise the lifestyle and they do not want their kids anywhere near it. You have your anomalies of foolish brothers and sisters here and there that want their kids to follow their footsteps, but for the most part, the overwhelming majority would say, "Nah, I don't want my kids to be in this lifestyle. I want better for my kids. I want to move them out. I want to give them a better life, better opportunity." You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. You're going to spin the block with your father. That is next level diabolical, right? Now look, here's an interesting thing about this dude right here, right? Because this is who we talking about. This dude right here in the yellow, like he dancing, right?
who I smoke.
He got a song dissing a dude. I guess he called the song Bibby, so that's the name of the dude that died. Now watch this. This is what's interesting about this whole ordeal, right? Let me go back a little bit. Watch this. Now look, you see how tough we is with each other, right? You still there, Rock?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
You see how tough and aggressive we are with each other. Now watch when it's a heathen, right? Watch how nice this nigga is when it comes to a heathen. Watch this. White boy come in with his shirt off. Look, white boy come in with his shirt off. He come with a little strut too, like a little manly strut.
Yeah, I remember this video. Yeah, and Youngeen Ace was telling her brother to chill out, trying to press the white boy.
Look, he gets up. White boy is all aggressive, all in his space, within his space. He can't even give the brother no space. Looking at him up and down with his fist balled. But you patient, right? You patient when it comes to the heathen. You patient. That's crazy. This is stuff Walter was talking about, man, not too long ago. We super patient when it comes to the heathen. We understanding, we're forgiving, we're
Empathetic.
thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? We're like, oh man, you know, I don't feel no threat from him, so I'm gonna give him more power. Even though he been hella disrespectful. Look how he's looking at him. I know the video kind of small, but like, let's man, this is crazy. Letting them check. Now look, now had that been a Jake, you think he would have let him check? You think he would have got up?
He would have upped on him.
He probably would have opened that backpack. You see how mean we are with each other? When the scriptures say choose one another, prefer one another. Give me that real quick. Romans 12. Prefer each other. We do everything contrary and opposite of scripture, man. Now y'all seen it. I don't know if the brothers and sisters just came in the chat. Y'all seen how he was jumping and driving and shucking and jiving and dancing, taunting a murder of a 16-year-old boy. Here's a white man that's been extremely disrespectful, aggressive, all within their space, looking as if they stole something. But he being hell nice as hell with him, extremely patient, understanding. It's crazy. Bring that out.
John is Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another.
Preferring one another, right? Let's look at the word affection. You got that? I'll look it up. Define affection. Define affection.
Certainly. Affection refers to a feeling of...
I don't know why I stopped. I don't know why I just stopped talking. But anyways, it says affection refers to a feeling of liking and caring for someone or something. It's a tender attachment or fondness. Do we have that? Do we get that type of respect for each other? Do we get that type of grace for each other?
Absolutely not.
We don't get none of that, bro. We get murdered. We get killed. Like this, had this incident been a Jake, this probably would have turned into a damn murder, man. A shootout.
Mm-hmm. Right. Keep playing it though. Play when the young boy.
I know the youngster gonna get up and go crazy.
But the crazy part is
about the rapper. This nigga right here with the blue on.
That's what I'm saying though. Ace, the rapper, he told his homeboy to chill when he started trying to press the white boy. That's
why you can't tell him to chill when it comes to your brothers.
Could.
Foolish ass niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. Lord he gonna purge these stupid niggas, man. So when it comes to your brothers, we don't get no grace, we don't get no passes, we don't get no understanding. But when it comes to the heathens, a damn devil, a Neanderthal that hates your guts, is probably gonna tell on you and tell you, hey man, look, I think you're stealing. He gets all the patience in the world, right? You understand it when it comes to him.
What you got going on? You look for my stuff, I left it right there, and I've seen that y'all had it. Why the fuck would it be in my book bag? You better get your ass on. I don't know, so much things I was just saying. Well, you tripping. Yeah. Cuz, I'm let go in. I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. Go in. Go in. Go in. Back up. Go in. You get any permission to do it? I'm gonna show your ass something. Your ass gonna be right where the book bag is. You tripping.
Oh man, you super patient. Why you not turned up? Why you not dancing and shucking and jiving like you was in the other video?
Yeah, why you ain't tee off? Because I guarantee you, if that was a nigga, hey, Youngeen Ace wouldn't have been able to tell the light skin do nothing. Hey, I'm smoking him. Either you would be against me.
I'm about to go into the backpack right now.
Right now. Either you move out the way. I'm telling you. That's how Jake is, man. That's how Jake is, man. It's hard.
Yeah, somebody put in the chat. That's a good precept, Deuteronomy 28:54. The evil eye towards your brother. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's the curses. It's like a
Yeah, that's
spiritual cloud upon our people, man. We can't see our real enemy. We look in the mirror, we hate each other. You know what I mean? He gets this Edomite devil gets all of the grace and the patience in the world. He gets the fruits of the spirit. But when it comes to us, we gotta taunt, we gotta dance, we gotta cheer, we gotta mock our demise. It's crazy, man. I digress. You got a precept, King?
oh,
Get on my
Baby was sitting outside his apartment with a friend when a gunman walked up and started letting off shots. Baby and his homie split up and ran off, but the shooter chased him down and lit him up. Having your little brother die is tragic enough.
Chased him down, but the white boy gets a pass. The white boy jogging in your community is about to gentrify your neighborhood. He gets a pass. And look, I'm not advocating doing anything to no heathens. We're going to wait till the Most High give us the green light. But I'm saying the mentality is effed up in our nation, man. It's effed up. Even among Israel. Even within the so-called truth.
I do got a precept out.
Bring it out, right?
Because it's the reason we like this family. It's very simple. There has to be a conversion that happens spiritually with you. It's Romans 12 and 2. Classic. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed. Right? Another word for transform is to be converted by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. In order to see the world from the perspective that Hebrew Israelites see the world, you have to be converted. You got to repent and be converted. That's the only way to see it. As long as you are in the world, you're going to think like a worldly nigga, and you're going to, unfortunately, be subject to the mind that your oppressor gave you. Because the way black people think, the way we think was given to us by our oppressors. We think like the white man. Just is what it is. We hate each other because the white man hates us. We sell drugs to each other because Esau sells drugs to us. It's called Big Pharma. It's not called weed and heroin and fentanyl. It's called pharmaceutical drugs. It's called Adderall. Esau just does it bigger and better than we do. We just pick up from them. So you have to be converted and ultimately repent and understand why you thought the way you did, which is what happens when you get the Holy Spirit, and then you can see the world clearly. But that doesn't happen to everybody. So you end up like Julio Foolio and Youngeen Ace and celebrate killing a guy that looks like your cousin. It's incredible.
Probably went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
Probably live within the same jurisdiction. They probably know the same people.
Probably actually related along the line somewhere.
Might be related. Never know about that. Yeah, it might be related.
Yeah.
Truth be told. But I mean,
that's most black people.
Ultimately, we Israelites.
Yeah.
I get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. I'm gonna play it.
This is the black and brown dilemma in America, man.
Facts.
But K-So and Ace ain't stopped there. Ace made Bibby and the whole beef famous when he dropped Who I Smoke. He dissed Bibby and other dead KTA members, then K-So dissed back on the track K-So. K-So was already a suspect because of how much he dissed Bibby in music and on social media. But before the cops had enough evidence to...
You gotta be an idiot, man, to talk about what you did in real life on a record.
But look how ridiculous this is, because now K-So is fighting 2 murder charges, which he's going to be convicted of. You're not getting away. Brother, we have your lyrics. We have your lyrics, son. You're not getting away, brother. You named him in your song and told him how he died, and that's exactly what the autopsy said. Is what you said in your song. You're cooked, brother.
Yeah, you're finished. Giving details of what happened.
You're a fool.
It's like a sport to them, man. Give me that precept real quick, man. That Proverbs 10 and 23. Read it in the KJV and then get it in the Amplified Bible if you can. Bible shot. Like a sport to these dudes, man. They're like, oh, you're it. You're it.
Yeah, it's called up in the score. Yeah.
We up a score now. You're supposed to do that with your real enemies, not Israelites. That's why you got to be like David, man. David cried when he found out Saul died. And Saul was clearly David's biggest enemy among the nation.
Mm-hmm. And David had the opportunity to smoke Saul in his sleep. Saul would have never even seen it coming.
Remember, he said, I will not touch the Lord's anointed. But we don't understand that. That goes into what the brother was bringing out. You got to be converted. You have to renew your mind and think biblically, man. If you have to like alleviate the flesh completely. I know that's easier said than done, but you have to alleviate the flesh completely and live by the Spirit if you want to have any success in this thing. I know it's a lot of carnal Israelites in this thing as well. I see it all the time. That's why I have to get off social media, man. So-called Israelites wear their fringe, sister got a hair wrap, but you see the stuff they say, you see the way they act, you can't tell the difference between somebody in the world from them because they're carnal, right? Carnality is death. Talks about that in Romans 8. But bring that out, right?
Kindness, Proverbs 10 and 23. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom.
It is a sport to a foolish man to do dumb-ish. That's what mischief is. Let's look at the word mischief. Get that Amplified Bible out.
I got it.
Bring it out.
Kindness, Proverbs 10 and 23 in the Amplified Bible. Engaging in evil is like sport to the fool who refuses wisdom and chases sin.
Chasing sin. We're supposed to be on the path of righteousness. They're chasing down sin. They saying who can sin the most?
Who I smoke.
Like running to the body. Let me get them first.
I want to be the first one to put my op in a blunt. It's crazy. That Do It song, we were just talking about that earlier. That Do It song, Youngeen Ace dropped that the same day Foolio died. He was waiting on that. He's waiting on the call from his hitter to say, hey, we got him. He's done.
He's done.
I got this track I've been waiting to drop for this day. It's on.
Yeah, he shot the video the same day.
How disrespectful is that, man? You don't even get a man family time to grieve. No, I'm finna go up. I'm finna capitalize off this man's death, his murder, for some money. How evil can you be?
Mischief, it says a special injury or damage attributed to a particular agent. It says a cause or source of harm, evil. Right. What did it say again in that Proverbs 10?
Proverbs 10 and 23. Engaging in evil is like a sport to the fool who refuses wisdom and chases sin. Or did you want it in the KJV?
The KJV, yeah. The mischief.
Okay. Yeah, Proverbs 10 and 23 in the KJV, it says, it is a sport to a fool to do mischief.
To do harm, evil. Right? This is what it is. It's a sport to these damn devils, man. These little gremlins out here, man. Like they looking forward to this stuff, man. And then the song gonna go viral. Everybody gonna play it. Everybody gonna spin to it. They're gonna dance to it. They're gonna cheer to it. They're gonna party to it, and it's crazy, man. This is why the Lord has to destroy these damn things, man. Like Abraham said, what did he say? When he went to Egypt the first time, he was like, man, I told y'all she was my sister because I didn't see the fear of the Lord on none of y'all, man. I didn't see no fear of the Lord on among you. He could feel the spirit. He's like, man, y'all don't fear the Lord. Not like I do.
Arrest him. Queso allegedly caught another body with some help from his own dad. Back in 2018, Queso's brother Boss Goon was released from prison after serving 7 years on a burglary charge. According to people close to him, He was trying to turn his life around and make a career in music instead of the streets. But tragedy struck just when he was getting started. On January 16, 2019, Boss Goon performed at a club in Jacksonville. His dad and a bunch of other relatives came through to support him, and after the show, they all loaded up in the same car. But before they could get out, someone drove by and started letting off shots. Everyone in the car got hit, and Boss Goon was tragically killed. After he died, a KTA affiliate named Lil Buck dropped a diss track aimed at Boss Goon. This made K-So think Buck was involved in the murder, so he crashed out and allegedly killed him in broad daylight. Then what happened next was like something straight out of a movie. K-So and two other dudes allegedly ran up on Buck and shot him outside of a mall. Then, while one of them was still standing over his body, the cops rode in and chased after him. K-So and the others took off, but then they crashed their car in a residential neighborhood. K-So ran off in one direction, while the other two broke into a random house and took a woman hostage. They stole some of her husband's clothes, then made a call to have someone come pick him up. K-So managed to get away, but his homies was later identified by the woman they held hostage. Their names is Dominique Barner and Leroy Whitaker, and the woman was able to point one of them out in the lineup after she recognized his tattoos. It was the worst case possible for K-So. Barner told a police informant that K-So was a shooter, then doubled down when they questioned him about it. He also snitched on K-So's dad for picking him up.
False. And this, for any young brother that Lord willing this video come across, this is what y'all don't understand about the streets, what your big homie ain't gonna tell you, is that they are bitches. And when the rubber meet the road, they're gonna tell on you, brother. There is no loyalty in the streets.
Yeah, didn't he tell this dude?
Not K-So, it was the other dude that got reprimanded later on. They told on K-So. They said that he was the shooter. And
Because I seen the tape when they was talking to him.
Yeah.
When the police.
No, K-So wasn't the one that squealed. It was the
he was. I seen his tape. Yeah, he was just like, "Y'all gonna let me home?" He started going crazy. Yeah. I seen that. Now his homie. So the other dude with the dreads toe.
Yeah.
His tattoo.
They didn't say it was one.
The worst case possible for K-So. Barner told a police informant that K-So was a shooter, then doubled down when they questioned him about it. He also snitched on K-So's dad for picking him up from the house he broke. Dominique Barner and Leroy Whitaker.
Him. He didn't tell, did he?
No, I think it was the other one, the one that didn't have wigs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I seen his what do you call it when they in the investigation room?
His interrogation.
Interrogation room, yeah. I seen his interrogation tape. He didn't say nothing. Yeah. He looked the youngest out of all of them. He didn't say nothing. He didn't do no talking.
And the woman was one of them out.
You said what?
I said it's always one that's going to tell.
Yeah, it's always one going to tell you.
Lineup after she recognized his tattoos. Barner getting arrested was the worst case possible for K-So. Barner told a police informant that K-So was a shooter, then doubled down when they questioned him about it. He also snitched on K-So's dad for picking him up from the house he broke into after the shooting. K-So and his brother, Abdul Robinson Jr., was both indicted for second-degree murder, but in 2022, the charges was upgraded to first degree. K-So's time behind bars ain't been easy. In December 2021, he posted a video on Instagram that shows prison guards allegedly body slamming him onto the ground. He captioned the post with, "Modern slavery. Even though my innocence is being proven, I'm still being targeted and abused every day while I'm in here." These are still
Don't cry now, nigga.
Yeah, don't cry now, bro. Don't cry.
I don't want to hear that shit. No, you over here just dancing and
terrorizing the community.
No, we don't want to hear none of that crying.
No, bro. Handle that.
Handle that. You better deal with everything that come with that.
Facts. This is what you saw. And see, this is what y'all young Negroes don't be understanding, bro. When you get behind them bars, and ain't no mommy, ain't no daddy, and ain't no news reporters. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You at the mercy of the POs. I mean, not the parole officers, the COs. You at the mercy of them. And the whatever jail system you end up in, whether it be level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Ain't nobody coming to save you, dude. You're in the concrete jungle, the real concrete jungle. The concrete jungle ain't out there where you can shoot from 30 yards away and hit an innocent bystander. No, the concrete jungle is when it's all hands and feet, knives, close combat, close quarter combat. We don't want to hear your tweets no more, brother. Handle that. Don't talk. Don't cry. Go ahead and sit in solitary for 4 or 5 years, lose your mind. That's what you signed up for, brother. That's what you wanted. Nobody cares. We don't care. That's where you need to be, brother.
And we don't want to hear that.
Stand on that.
I'm fighting for my life, mentality and physicality. No, you're not. You're not, and you're not innocent. You rapped about killing a man.
You put it in your lyrics.
You did a video, shot a video, taunting a man. Like, what are you talking about? What the hell is wrong with Israel?
Stupid.
We're really chapped out in the mind, man.
Stupidity.
I've been suspended or no consequences. I'm fighting for my life mentally and physically. No matter what they do to me, they can't keep an innocent man down. Hashtag free me. To top it all off, Queso got hit with another murder charge while he was in jail for allegedly killing Bibby back in 2019. After his charges was upgraded to first-degree murder, Bibby's mother told News4Jax, "It was a relief because I was terrified the entire time. It's a relief because now I've got my faith in the court system." Queso's legal team tried to get his $4 million bond reduced after the charges was upgraded, but then the judge decided that he can't be bonded out at all. It's unclear when the charges was bumped up.
See that? You're cooked, brother. We got your lyrics. Gotcha. You're done. You rapped about it. We got the evidence. You're done, brother.
I wonder when these young 16, 17, 18-year-olds growing up in their little neighborhoods, you know, they brain is not fully developed yet. Do they see this side of it? Are they aware of this side of it? Do they know about people that's telling, people that's going behind the bars and punking the game, either laying with a punk, becoming a punk, becoming gay, losing all their credentials as a gangster? Do they know about this stuff? Like, it's rare.
Some of them do, most of them don't. And the ones that do, they don't say nothing because they was the ones that were doing it. They told and they got out early. They came out and said it was good behavior, but really they was the ones that was in there doing all that. But they don't tell the little homies because they still got a little bit of rank because, you know, the game watered down. Ain't nobody doing no paperwork checks when they get home. Ain't nobody tapping in with the jail when they big homies get home. No more.
There's too many it's too many snitch yards now.
Right. So ain't no repercussions for a snitch. AKA 6ix9ine.
Give me that you're signing up for death. You made a covenant with death?
Mm-hmm. Isaiah.
Yeah. My young fellas, man. My young brothers and sisters that might come across this video, Lord willing, and get in the hands of one of these young impressionable, you know, demons, the sensationalizing demon time and, you know, wickedness.
You see, this is the thing, guys. So, like, this is the thing, though, like, with being an Israelite, right? I'm going to use being an Israelite, for example. Me and Iran talk about all the time, bro. If we get jammed up, we know why we getting jammed up, and we going to handle that. It's for the truth. We see the disciples, the apostles, they had to get locked up. We see a lot of martyrs in the scriptures. Why in the streets don't nobody give them the harsh reality that you are sliding for a gang and or clique that's going to fold on you when them 25 to life start getting handed out. Them L's start getting handed out. All that loyalty that we was talking about when we were smoking weed and popping perks and spinning the block, all that go out the window when them L's start getting handed out. When they start asking, do you want to plead? Do you want to plead out? I got a plea deal for you. All you got to do is say Queso did it. I'll drop that 25 to life to 10 to 15. Oh, for real? Yeah, he did it. And this is how it happened too. I was with him. We left at 12 p.m. We got done with the job at 1:30 p.m.
That's when he gonna say, give me a cigarette, give me some Doritos.
Popeyes.
It's over. You know he about to fail.
You ever seen First 48? It don't take a whole lot. It don't take a whole lot. Y'all don't know what y'all. I mean, I can't say that for everybody.
My bad.
I said I can't say that for everybody though. Some of these young brothers they know because I didn't talk to them. A lot of them know what go on behind bars. They don't care though. Just ignorant. Well, not ignorant, stupid because they know what they be doing. But I digress. You can go ahead.
Got a strong case if they willing to go to trial over it. It's harder to convict on a first-degree murder charge, so they might have some solid evidence that the public don't know about. The trial date ain't been set yet, but Bibby's mom is ready for it all to end. She told News4Jax, "I just can't wait until this trial is over with so we can finally start to heal because none of us have healed yet. None of us have begun to heal yet. K-So's facing life in prison if he's convicted, but he ain't the only Jacksonville rapper with an open case right now. In April 2022, his biggest op, Julio, got hit with a felony charge for fleeing from the police. On April 5th, 2022, the police tried to pull Foolio over for his illegally tinted windows. But instead of stopping right there, Foolio drove another 3 blocks while he and 2 other dudes in the car allegedly rummaged around as if they were attempting to conceal and or retrieve illegal items. When he finally stopped, he told the cops there was 2 guns in the car, but the cops only found 1. Right now, Foolio's on house arrest till his next court date, but he been in the headlines like crazy for the...
Think of his name though, Foolio, right?
A fool.
Playing up on the moniker of being a fool. So when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, right?
Bingo.
And that's why nobody really mourned his death, really. You know what I mean? Because he played up on his whole character of being a fool. Then what you think is supposed to happen to a fool? You're gonna crash out and die. You're gonna crash out and die, man. Proverbs 10:1. You're gonna crash out and die.
Okay. I got the Isaiah 28:15.
Oh, okay, you got that too. All right, give me that Proverbs real quick about this fool. Let me get that Isaiah. I know we had a few.
Okay. Proverbs 10:1. You want Proverbs 10:1?
Is that what I want?
No.
Or 13:20?
Let's see. Gone. It's Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with the wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
A companion of foolish people are going to destroy their community. A whole gang of stupid people is going to end up with stupid prizes. Everybody going to go to jail. Everybody going to die. And everybody going to leave their family in disarray. Mama's crying. The whole 9 yards.
Fact.
That's the obvious natural progression, you know, that's going to happen within that situation, that scenario. Like, aren't we tired of talking about this, Israel?
I wish we were, because if we were actually tired, then this would stop happening, or at least decrease.
Proverbs 9:6, it says, "Forsake the foolish and live." Get away from these foolish niggas, man. Leave them be. Let them kill each other. Don't hang out with them. Don't chill with them. Don't be next to them. Don't go to any parties with them. Don't befriend them. Don't follow them on social media. Let them rock. Let them purge themselves out. That's what the scripture says. It says, "Forsake the foolish and you'll live."
Mm-hmm.
You'll have chance. You'll have a better opportunity at life. A fulfilling life. You know what I'm saying? So he plays up on this whole moniker of being a fool and crashing out, which I believe within his case, I know his case is still open. I think he, and I could be wrong, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I know you know a little bit more about the situation. I think he purposely went live and gave his location because he probably was tired of living. I think he wanted to die.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he made an Instagram post. It was probably 2 weeks ago. And let me see if I can find it real quick. So like, let me see.
So while he's finding that, I want to get another precept. This is Proverbs 19:13. It says, "A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contention of his wife are a continual dropping." A foolish son is going to bring shame to his father's house, and he probably don't have his father. He's going to be agony and mourning to his mother. Proverbs 17:25. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her that bared him. Bitterness to the mother that birthed him. Let me see where that's at. Like,
I can't find a post, but he like you said, he dropped his location to that pool party, and people in the comments were like, man, they finna shoot this pool party to smithereens. And that's what ended up happening.
That's his mom, man. You can see the hurt and pain in her, man. That's a hurt woman right there. It says Proverbs 17:25. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her that bear him, man. Bitterness, man. He got his little brother killed. Taunting, taunting the dead and going over this whole moniker of being a fool. Hey, man, you can't really cry when you've been campaigning for death and somebody you get elected. You can't really cry about that. You've been kind of putting it out there as if you want to campaign for it, so when it happens, you can't really expect people to feel away. This is the first time I've seen like a rapper die and nobody really say rest in peace like that. Nobody was really saying rest in peace.
Because, man, a lot of people who know, they know that he was terrorizing the streets and he was okay with it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a hurt woman right there.
Ops is one of the most disrespectful tracks ever. There ain't no hook, just one long verse where Foolio goes in on 30 of his dead ops, including Youngeen Ace's brother and his two friends who was murdered right next to him.
I mean, come on, man. You rapping about another brother, dead brothers and best friend?
Oh, yeah. See, that's even crazier. He died on his birthday. He got killed on his birthday. He had his party.
The day that he was born. God damn.
Yeah, Julio, he died on his birthday. The police came and shut down his pool party. So then he changed the location to a hotel. And at the Holiday Inn. A rapper at the Holiday Inn? Are you kidding?
That's why I feel like he was trying to get killed, man. No security, no nothing. It's just a free fall. It's an open parking lot. You don't got nobody walking around securing the premises at all.
Brother, at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, it sounds sloppy, y'all. It sounds like he was trying to get killed.
A B-list rapper. It's your birthday, and you choose to go to the Holiday Inn. Not your house, a Holiday Inn. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Give me that one when it talks about not mocking the dead. I think that's in Ecclesiastes. Yes, Ecclesiastes 8 and 7. So right, 8, verse 7.
Come on, this is Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 7. Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we die all.
Okay. So he rejoiced over him and this young brother dying, a cold blood sweat, dying, and then to turn around and now, it happened to him. That's just the natural progression. Now look, when you read that, right, that's talking about the enemies of your nation. Because, we got these little Christian apologists that watch our page and all that. You're not supposed to rejoice over your enemy. That includes the other nations as well. No. It's talking about the enemy of your nation. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 14. It says, and all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish and are more miserable than very babes. So you got enemies among your nation. You're not supposed to rejoice over the enemies among your nation. You got people that's against you among your own nation, unfortunately. Everybody can attest to that, right? I'm sure you got somebody that still don't like you, Chart.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're not supposed to rejoice if they die or something happened to them. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be slapping fives and, you know, being happy and celebrating. Now, here's the contrary, right? Now, if it's another nation, you could celebrate. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25. And I think I want... Where is it at? There be a judge and oh yeah, verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I would utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Referencing the other nations, like Tobit. He lived and he was like very happy to see the fall of Nineveh, because Nineveh did a number on our people, right? Let me get that real quick. So let it be known there's a difference between celebrating the overcoming of your enemies from the other nations rather than the enemy among your nation, right? That's very important.
Right.
Tobit 14, verse 15. But before he died, he is talking about Tobit, he heard of the destruction of Nineveh, which was taken by Nebuchadnezzar and Osiris, and before his death, he rejoiced over Nineveh. You see that? So, of course, Tobit is going to rejoice over the falling of Nineveh, because what Nineveh done to the northern kingdom of Israel, they did a number on our people. So, you know, it makes sense for him rejoicing over that rather than rejoicing over an enemy among your own nation. I digress. You got something, Mark?
Wow.
No, okay.
1 month after he dropped the track, someone pulled up to the studio Foolio was at and tried to kill him, but he got away with nothing but a grades. The latest charge don't seem too serious, but 2 of Foolio's homies just found out that they're gonna be spending the next 7 years in prison. YNR Mookie and YNR Slugger T, aka the Murder Twins, was both convicted of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Everyone knows about Foolio's beef with Ace, but rumors say the war between ATK and KTA really started at a party when Youngeen Ace allegedly shot at Mookie. Mookie and Slugger T both got arrested during an investigation called Operation Wrap Up. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office went after alleged gang members who's using music videos and social media to promote violence, and now the Murder Twins are both going to be off the streets for a minute. YNR took a major hit when Mookie and Slugger got locked up, and to make matters worse, Mookie's own homie, Spot 'em Got 'em, was accused of snitching on him. Youngeen Ace's brother, ATKYBZ, leaked paperwork that allegedly proves Spot 'em Got 'em worked with the cops, but Mookie later said it was all cap. Rumors about snitching can get you killed, but that's not the only problem Spot 'em is going through. Back in July 2021, he allegedly pointed a gun at a parking attendant in Miami and threatened him. Then, when the police showed up at his hotel room to arrest him, they found him lying in bed with an AK-47. Spot 'em Got 'em was hit with charges for aggravated assault with a firearm and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, but the judge let him off easy with an $18,000 bond. His charges is pretty serious, but it's nothing compared to what happened next. 2 months after his arrest, Spot 'em Got 'em was driving down I-95 in Miami when another car pulled up next to him and started dumping shots. When it was over, the driver's side was left with 22 bullet holes, but luckily, Spot 'em Got 'em was only hitting the hip. A dude in the back seat was shot in the legs, but both of them was taken to the hospital in stable condition. No one's...
Damn, they shot 22 times. He only got hit once. Angels of the Lord was protecting that boy, man.
That's the only way. It's the only way.
They let off the full clip on that boy. He only got hit one time.
That's more than a regular magazine. A normal magazine gonna hold 15.
Yeah, that's more than that sounds like a.
That's a couple.
Yeah,
it's a couple mags.
Couple mags, man.
And I mean, unless they was using an automatic
switches now, man. They got switches on their guns.
Right, I said these names. Yeah, these young rappers, man, they be having some crazy names.
Look at his name, Spot 'em Got 'em. Damn. What is going on here? Right?
Hey, they are exude that's what I'm looking for. Their lifestyles exhibit murder.
That's that covenant with death, huh? Did we bring that up?
No, I got it right here though. This is Isaiah 28 and 15. Hold on. So like here. I lost it and pull it back up, man. Israel, man. That's how you know we're the people. Because we
Thy
are
own words have condemned thee, man.
it's Isaiah 28 and 15. Actually, let me start at verse 14. It says, wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and
We
under
have
falsehood.
made lies our security, our getaway. We've made a contract with death. Everything synonymous with it in hell. Literally, that's what rap contracts is about, right? Making a covenant with the devil to do wickedness, to sell out your own people, to be debaucherous, to be filled with lasciviousness, murder, kill, hatred. The list goes on and on. Variance, envy, but to be patient and kind-hearted to the heathens, though. It's crazy. Go from there. Give me that Job chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Spot him and got him. Lord of Christ. God damn. I heard it all. I heard it all.
So look at Job chapter 5 and verse 1, man. Call now if there be any that will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn? For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one.
That's what happened. You silly, bro. By your name. Foolio, spot him, got him. You're gonna die. This wrath is gonna kill you, foolish niggas, man. And envy slayeth the silly one. You being silly out here, just moving foolishly, thinking everything's a game, you're gonna die. Giving people, dropping your location, telling people where you at, knowing you intoned to dead. You intoned about 30 people on one song.
And just kind of going back to the beginning, right? Youngeen Ace, the dude who is celebrating Foolio's death, his click name is ATK. ATK is short for attack. So he runs in a group called Attack.
So they're reactive, like they're gonna be aggressors.
Yes.
Just what happens when the other guy, your opposition, got the gun? Mm-hmm. What happens then?
Shoot and hope we make it out. Shoot and hope we make it out.
3 and 30, because you said this all started over foolishness. Like they didn't even have no beef, right?
Yeah, Julio like placed himself in the beef.
Oh yeah, he's a real nut. He's a real fool. Proverbs 3 and 30. It says, "Strive not with a man without cause. If he have done thee no harm." Why are you trying to go to war and beef with somebody that ain't do nothing to you?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care about your own life, think about your family. Think about your soldiers. Think about their kids, the goons. A real general not gonna put his goons in precarious situations, man.
They're not real leaders, though. That's the issue. Israelites, I'm gonna say this: Negroes don't have a leader. Black and Hispanic people do not have a leader. Their leader is Joe freaking Biden.
Yeah, you're right.
That's blacks and Hispanics leaders. They don't have a light bearer for them to follow. The light bearer that they follow is Sleepy Joe Biden. If we have time, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff about Sleepy Joe Biden. That is absolutely amazing. This is the president of the United States we're talking about. and we're laughing about him. He's a joke. Joe Biden is a joke, a hysterical one that makes your belly hurt from laughing so hard at him. Come on, man. Anyway, yeah, freaking sleepy Joe, man. Tell you what.
Ecclesiastes 9:18. It says, "A man of ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated."
Read that one more time out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city.
A man who talks crazy, a man who makes songs about his ops and killing them is dangerous. Julio Foolio is dangerous.
This is not make-believe rap. This is real reality rap.
I just did this a week ago.
Did you tell
actually.
me about a dude rapping and he shot a girl pinky up or something?
Yeah,
like
that was one of Youngeen Ace's guys. Yeah, rapping about shooting Foolio's girlfriend.
He shot Foolio's girl, and he said your pinky got hit, so now you can't tweet.
That's dangerous, bro. You gonna talk about my lady like that in a song?
But she got brothers, she got dads, she got uncles,
Come on, man.
She got people that love her.
Who more than likely in the streets too.
For sure, precisely. This is why the scriptures say you don't supposed to agitate a whole entire town of people, man.
Yeah, man.
To the spirit, I'm in that. I'm in the same. Let me see. Ecclesiastes 7:14. It says, no, that's not what I want. It's a precept in chapter 7. I can't find it. Oh yeah, verse 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. It says, "Offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down among the people." Why are you going to offend a whole entire group of people, man?
And that's what rappers do. That's what drill rappers do. That's what brothers like Lil Durk. That's what what's that boy name?
Hey, keep talking. I gotta open the door for him. Keep talking.
Yeah, that's what Lil Durk did when he was dissing 63rd, him and what's that man name? Help me out in the chat. What was Lil Durk's right hand man name? I'm drawing a blank on the brother. One with dreads who got murdered by Lil Tim of NBA Youngboys clique. What's that boy name? King Von. Thank you, Chad. King Von. King Von was dissing a whole side of Chicago. He was dissing a whole sector of Chicago. And then King Von, what was so scary about King Von was actually a serial killer. Go watch the documentary. I can't remember. Let me see if I can find that documentary. It's a documentary on YouTube about King Von. King Von was actually a serial killer. A real deal demon. Stuff he was rapping about, kind of like these guys in Florida. He was a real deal serial killer.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
King Von was really like that. And he was dissing a whole city. He was dissing all of Chicago. You think he wasn't gonna get hit, brother? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. Whatever you sow, you are going to reap. That is a universal law, not only biblical. That's universal. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back, whether it be positive or whether it be negative. For every action, there is a reaction. You understand? So whatever you do, whatever you say, you're going to get it back.
So all of this beef started behind somebody
saw the documentary,
involving themselves in a beef that wasn't even theirs. Wow. So there was a real beef going on between another group, and then this dude, I guess Foolio was clout chasing, I guess, and he inserted himself into the beef.
Yeah. Just started dissing his homies for no reason.
And got himself killed and his little brother killed. Damn. I'll read it again. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. I'll get another one. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 15. It says, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish, which means die,
Yeah,
with
gonna
him
get you
through his
killed.
father.
Gonna get you killed.
Gonna get you
Simple
killed.
as that. He gonna get you killed.
So this means travel not with an overly bold, courageous dude that's not rooted in any type of substance. Like he's just stupid for nothing. Like for God's sake, these niggas' names is a pause within itself. Spot 'em, got 'em, and Foolio. I don't even know what I mean. What you gonna do? The names is already telling you what they are. It says, by thy word you condemn it yourself, right?
Salakia Raya, the documentary on King Von, it's on YouTube. It's by Trap Laura Ross. You just look up King Von Rap's first serial killer. It's 3 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah, King Von had like 4 pending murders before he died.
Yeah.
4 of them that he was
King Von was a real demon. Yeah, it's called Rap's first serial killer.
Him and Lil Durk had a shooting incident. I think somebody died.
Yeah, they were shooting outside of at the Sprinter, not the Sprinter, but it was like a SUV. They was both shooting out of. They was both on trial. It was a whole bunch of memes that came from that little trial they was on. I remember that.
I think Lil Durk told like, "Hey,
yeah."
I don't know. He just blamed it like, "Hey, look, I wasn't in there. The dude that was in there is no longer with us."
Yeah, he tried to pass off the blame.
Is that snitching? Telling on the dead? Somebody that's dead?
Yeah, bro. Just dry snitching.
But he did though.
I don't care. You take that type of information to the grave. It's like what's dude name? FBG Butter. That's all he do now.
Yeah, he's
every time. He's an informant. He's an informant. He is what you call an informant, a federal informant.
He telling names, scenarios, who did it,
and that's his excuse. Well, they're dead. They're dead. So is it really? Yes, bro. You're snitching. Yes, you are. That's the type of information you take to the grave with you, bro. You can't get paid to let that come out your mouth. And this is what you young brothers need to understand, bro. The game is watered down. It's not the 70s anymore. Back in the 70s, it was thorough. It's not like that. Even in the 70s, you still had snitches. Snitching is not a new thing. But you had a better chance of having more thorough brothers around you who's gonna ride it out with you back then than now. You might as well throw that out the window.
Now, talking about what you said though, I'm gonna get that precept. Ecclesiastes 19, verse 7. It says, rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse. Whether it be friend or foe, talk not on other man's life, and if thou canst without offense, reveal it not.
See that? And that's in Proverbs too, not to reveal the secret.
Yeah, facts.
Let me get that real quick.
The one in Proverbs 11?
Yeah, I believe that's the one I want. No, I want Proverbs 25.
Oh, it's another one.
Proverbs. Yeah, let me get it in Proverbs 25. That's the one I want. Because this stuff that murdering somebody is a secret. There's no, I don't, if I murder somebody, I don't want you to say anything about it ever. If I come to you and confide in you about me murdering somebody, let's be real, bro. Like, I don't want you to ever say that to anybody. Come on, bro. Let's be real. This Proverbs 25:9, bro. It says, debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another, lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. So you're going to become infamous, bro. You're going to go up. You're going to be on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. You're a murderer.
Right.
Why would I want that to be disclosed to anybody, that I murdered somebody?
Yeah, that's not what I want to be known for.
Come on, bro. I want to do a life sentence. I mean, if I'm a smart gangster, I don't ever want to get caught. So why would I want you to tell my secrets?
Proverbs 11 and verse 13. It says, a talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
See that? And it ain't too many faithful friends. What is this? Let me get that in software. A faithful friend is this.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, I want the one that's a faithful friend is as medicine. Yeah, that's 6. Um, this Sirach 6 and 16. It says, "A faithful friend is the medicine of life. They that fear the Lord shall find him." So that's the thing, because when you got somebody that you can trust and you can lean on, it takes stress off your shoulders because you can kind of pour your water and he can kind of hold it. Your friend can hold water. Now you don't have to live with the burden of knowing whatever it is that you did. You can kind of share that burden with somebody else. That could be medicinal for you. But a lot of, and those are hard to come by. Those friends are hard to come by. The ones that are medicine for life, that make you feel better, that can help you build you up. Those are hard to come by. Few and far between.
Let's talk about that. It talks about those type of friends. You're only going to probably have 1 or 2 friends like that. You're not going to have too many
Facts.
like that. Most people only there for the turn up. You know what I mean? But when you down
For
and
their
out,
own occasion.
dry.
Like the scripture say, for their own occasion.
For their own occasion, bro.
You up, so I'm up. Hey, but when you go down, best believe I'm out.
I'm out of there, bro. Look at Diddy. Look at Diddy right now. Everybody turning on him. All this smear campaign against him, you know what I mean? All this fake outrage.
Hey, we gotta charge Diddy back up.
Man.
It's been quiet about Diddy.
Diddy got too much money, bro.
Yeah, man. They've been quiet on Diddy here lately with the elections and stuff coming up.
He's getting off. He got too much.
He got too many
It
connections.
cost him about a half a ticket, $500 million, but you know he gonna
He
get
ain't
off.
tripping on that. And it's the thing, bro. Diddy, he's well connected. Like I said, I think I said this on one of the lives before now. Diddy is a small fish out of a large pond of pedophiles and child molesting, child trafficking,
Demons.
evil, sick, sadistic demons. He's a small fish. You got politicians who are way richer than Diddy who doing this. You got governors, senators, people who sit on in the judicial system in the Supreme Court. Oh, don't get it twisted. Yeah, you got people sitting in the Supreme Court that's trafficking children, having pizza parties, cheese parties, and pepperoni parties. They got names for these
that pizza
things.
gate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, come on now. That's what they
Hold
killed
on.
Jeffrey Epstein over.
This the song you talking about? That Foolio, he got a list of dead ops. That's the name of his song.
That's one of them.
List of dead ops. Come on.
Yeah, man. That's Jake for you, bro. That is Jake for you.
Give me that Ecclesiastes 3:26, man.
That's Jake. It's not funny, family, but it's kind of like, what can you do? What else can you do, man?
There's nothing else you can do about this. All right. This is crazy work right here.
You want to Sirach 3 and 26?
Con.
Sirach 3 and 26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein.
Look,
That's
bro,
cool.
That's what happened to him, bro. You love danger, bro. If you gonna rap about, you got a song that egregious, that forthcoming, dead ops.
A list of them.
Generation.
A list of dead up, and that's what they do. Like on that song "Who I Smoke" by Youngeen Ace, he talking about smoking his dead ups and putting their names in the song. And
We definitely in a different generation. I was talking to my wife earlier today, and I gotta find that preset where it talks about one generation passing and another one comes. I know that's in Ecclesiastes, but it's another one that kind of goes into it a little bit more. Let me see if I can find that. In Ecclesiasticus, right? I was talking to my rib earlier today, and we was talking about like just the generations, right? Different generations. Let me find that precept. Second Ezra, give me that. Second Ezra 9:15, 9 and 5. And we was, the scriptures talk about generations being like 40 years, 40 to 50 years, right? So if let's just start at 1900, right? From 1900 to 1940, that's a generation. 1940 to 1980, that's a generation, right? So you got the 1940s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, right? That's a whole generation within itself, and how they conduct themselves, different value systems, and different things that they seen as a way of living. Then you got the 1980s to 2020. 1980s to the 2020. We're kind of in the middle of both the previous generation before the 1980s to the 2020. That's where we are right now, where there's just lawlessness. There's no regard for human life, no regard for anything. It's just lawlessness. It's a faithless generation, as Yahweh Shah talked about, that we're living in. Notice like that 2010, 2012 moment where we kind of shift the time, when everything just went into just wickedness at an all-time high. I think that was like the invention of Instagram, right? When did Instagram come out?
Early 2000.
Probably like 2008, huh?
Yeah, 2008, 2009. Because I was in like middle school. No, I was in middle school when Instagram was popping, so there's like 2012, 2013.
When was Instagram created?
Instagram was created on October 6th.
2010, yeah.
2010.
That's that time. Yeah, like I said, 2010, 2012 was when it got popular.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you see a shift of a direction, a shift of energy. You know what I mean? A shift of this is a way of life where everything became digital. Everything became on display. Everything was visible. You see what I'm saying? So now you're living in an era where it's pretty much revelation. Everything's being revealed. Everything is being pretty much there for you to see.
Bingo.
The debauchery's at an all-time high. The celebration of dead, of killing people, is at an all-time high. Pedophilia, as you went into, right, is being discovered at an all-time high now. Everything, all manner of wickedness and folly. Divorce parties, you got people talking about divorce party. Everything that God hates is being celebrated in this place.
Mm-hmm.
At an all-time high. It's crazy.
Hey, people say that Paul ain't scripture, but Paul prophesied what we living in right now.
Yeah, they wild, bro. You mean to tell me Paul's writings are not sacred?
You mean to tell me that Paul writings are not good for doctrine when Paul prophesied exactly what's happening right now?
A scripture
attribute
is
for
a sacred
attribute.
writing. If you say his writings are not sacred, you're wilding. You're bugging. You need to be checked immediately. You're tripping, bro. All of the apostles' writings are sacred. What are you talking about?
If Paul ain't sacred, then Peter ain't sacred. But we ain't talking about that right now.
I mean, but you will have to say that. You have to say, you can't pick and choose. You have to say Peter's, get rid of the book of Revelations. All we're going to keep is the Gospels. Get rid of Revelations. Get rid of Jude.
Get rid of Acts.
Get rid of Acts. Get rid of all of, come on, man. That don't make any sense.
Who's been arrested for the
Make a writing sacred.
Yeah, what's the
drive-by? Rumors say it was ATK behind the hit. Meanwhile, the crew's most famous member ain't even in Jacksonville no more. In June 2021, Youngeen Ace revealed during an interview with Houston radio DJ Ashley Young that he moved out of Jacksonville and now lives in Houston full-time. Getting out of the city that made him famous seems to be working out, though. Now that he's away from the streets, he's been able to focus more on his music and career. Ace told Ashley Young,
he got away. He over here tutting the dead and he out of the city causing all this ruckus.
Yeah.
Oh man. He better be careful, man. I know he's far away where he think it's safe, but you know, you never know who people know. You never know who people know, man. So he's causing all of this foolishness and he's ratcheting up this war, but he out there in Houston where it's safe. But he has no regard for his brothers, cousins, aunties, homies. So he one of them type of dudes to start the beef, and then he goes far out where it's safe at. Crazy.
We don't even go to clubs. Every day when we wake up, it's to the money. But even though he not in Jacksonville no more, he ain't leaving his homies behind. He's always flying friends and new artists into Houston to show him how to make it in the music industry. Because according to him, the police don't want him showing back up in Jacksonville. It's crazy that out of everyone involved in this wild beef, Ace seems to be doing the best right now. It all allegedly started with him, but now he's away from it all and just working on his craft. In April 2022,
Look, this video was shot 2 years ago, right? They talking about Ace. Now look, let's pull up the lyrics to that song. Put the lyrics. Which one you want to cover first? Which one did he go in first?
Do it.
He did this. He did the do it first one. All right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna play the video. I'm not gonna play the sound, family, due to copyright. They might strike us due to copyright purposes. But I'm gonna play the video, a little bit of the video, and then I'm gonna have my brother Shire read the lyrics. This is some diabolical, down there inhumane shit. Y'all about to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm just telling y'all right now. Look at the video. It's already at like 5 million, almost 5 million views in 5 days. You see how much Israel like drama?
Yeah, we like wickedness, bro. And the Lord hates feet that are swift to run to mischief, bro.
Bring that out. Bring that out. That's in the law, actually. Proverbs 6, right?
Cool.
6 and 16. The Lord hates that. While you get that, I'm going to get Exodus in the law where it talks about the Lord. Exodus 23 and verse 2, it says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither should thou speak in cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. It says, bro, you're not supposed to follow a gang of people to go kill, steal, rob, murder, fornicate.
Stand against the blood of your own brother. Running to go see fights. Whoa, let's talk about that. A lot of Jakes don't understand that. When a fight happens, what does Jake do? Everybody runs and gets their phone out to go record someone get beaten bloody. That's wicked. Anyways, it's Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 18, I'm going to jump down to the point. An heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, which is what these brothers do. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. It's wickedness. You're quick to go and do anything ungodly.
So look, he's taunting them. Look, he's taunting what happened. Look, this is what happened to the rapper.
And that's the hotel. See, that's the hotel in the back.
That's the hotel back there. He's taunting them. This nigga crazy, man. He's really rapping and just showing on display what just happened 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But you was real nice with that Edomite. You was real friendly and patient with that Edomite.
Showing mad mercy.
Showing mad patience with him. Long suffering with him.
And that's why we get on Jake the way we get on Jake, family, when we out street teaching, bro, because these niggas is crazy. You give all kind of passes to the heathen who hates your guts. But when it comes to your brother, the ones that look just like you, the ones that grew up right across the street from you, the ones whose mamas was cool, who you call auntie, you swift to kill him, take his life. You don't want to understand him. You don't want to show any kind of mercy, even though y'all in the same predicament, which is why he acting the way you act. But when it comes to your enemy that put you in that position, it's all grace and mercy, all long suffering. You'll walk away before you do him dirty. But your brother don't get that same privilege.
That's a Fact. Look up the lyrics of this song, God.
Yeah, I got you.
Share your video. Share your video.
Let me pull this up real quick.
Share your video real quick, God.
Yeah, this about to be diabolical for me. Let me pull up. Okay, here we go. Genius. All right, hold on. Let me show my screen real quick. It's about to be very diabolical. So just prepare your eyes. I'm sharing. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I got it. It's up.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna just skip to the chorus. Right. It says, "Every car I'm in, these B's tinted. Hey, these B's tinted, man. Stolens and rentals with choppers and killers in it. There's choppers and killers in it. Catch his ass and do his ass. You know he finished. Hey, come here, huh? Flip his ass and smoke his ass, huh? We stand on business. All my niggas get active. Jump in car, we out in traffic, huh? Bend the block, we blitzing. Shit just like we playing Madden. Mad as F, I threw the Drake away, got a body on one that's been through it. I don't even call him by his name. I call them niggas Lil Do-Its. B called the phone, say they got the low. I told them do it. Ain't sparing ish. It's
He told on himself.
Hold on. It gets worse. He with his baby, do it. He with his itch, do it. With his mama, do it. This money maker igga, do it.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Yo, hold on. Let me read that one more time. He with his baby, do it. He with his itch, do it. With his mama, do it. This money maker nigga, do it. Man.
But he was
No
nice
mercy.
as hell with the Edomite.
Hey, but when it comes to his brother, I don't care if he with his newborn. Kill him. Slump him right there with his mama, his lady, his baby. I don't care.
Tell
We
me
ain't
that's not
sparing
an
ish.
evil eye towards your brother, man.
That's worse than an evil eye. That's something more devious than an evil eye. That's something a little bit more nefarious. That's something a little bit more nefarious than evil. Like
we need a savior, Israel. There's no other explanation you can have for this kind of foolishness, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
And one thing I want y'all to do, Israel, when y'all see these viral songs, I want y'all to start doing this. I want y'all to go look at the lyrics. Like Sexy Red, for example. Go look at her lyrics. Just one day, just read them how I just read that. Just read it. Because it hit different when they don't have a catchy track behind the lyrics. Go read the lyrics and see what it say.
Yeah, it's disguised a little bit behind the beat. If you listen to the lyrics without the beat, it's kind of crazy, y'all. It's really deep.
It's disgusting.
He said he don't care if his mom around him, do it. His baby around him, do it.
Let me zoom in. This is what Youngeen Ace.
He said, so look, he telling on the women, right? Go down. He said,
oh yeah, let me go down to the second verse. So I can
go back to the hook.
Oh, okay, to the chorus.
Yeah, right here, yeah. When
Yeah.
Said,
Bees called the phone.
Said they got the law. So he telling on the women because this was exactly what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna go check everybody within that vicinity phone records and see who text the address. And then they're gonna be able to pin the text message to whoever you send it to.
Yeah, they're gonna pin the cell tower to whoever sent the text messages from that area to the nearest cell tower. This what federal agents do. They're gonna investigate these lyrics and do exactly what you said you did. I'm gonna check every Wi-Fi server within a 50-mile radius. See who hooked up to the Wi-Fi, because you know niggas always gotta have Wi-Fi. And I'm gonna track every conversation coming from that server. You're done.
Did I hear you bring out that every generation?
Mm-mm.
All right, we ain't got to bring that out. Just people, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 15. Y'all can write that down. Stop sharing your screen. Let me share mine. I want to go to the other video.
Yeah, Chad, I watched the episode Ping and Towers. Verse 48 showed me exactly how these Negroes do, man. That's why I can never have no friends in the world no more, bro. I can't trust them. Even though I wouldn't be doing nothing wicked, but the principle still remains. I can't trust them to hold me down if someone sideways, bro.
Look at this nigga, man. So the dude name is Julio, right?
Yeah, you got Don
Julio
Julio.
Foolio. So you got the Don Julio in the video. He just dropped that today. He dropped that.
He zoomed in on Don Julio to make a point.
But you was nice as hell with the Edomite. He was hella patient with the Edomite, but when it comes to his brothers, let me taunt him, let me mock him. Give me that scripture where it talks about the mocking of the dead. Not to do that. Where is that at?
Sorry, man. We were there earlier.
You can bring that one out, but it's another one. Yeah, you can bring that one out in Sirach 9. Oh yeah, I'll get the other one. It's in Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24, verse 17, it says, rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. Lest the Lord see it and is displeased him, and he turn away his wrath from him. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, don't do that, man. You're not supposed to be taunting, and flossing and celebrating the death of your enemies of your nation, bro. So you got the Don Julio, and it's called Game Over. That's the name of the song. It ain't over, bro. You think it's over?
No.
Let's read some of the lyrics from this song. While he pull that up, I'm gonna just show y'all some of the video. Like, he really think he like a mob boss. Look, going to Don Julio, playing up on the whole word of Julio.
Sipping on it.
But ain't you out in Houston where it's safe?
Yep. He in Jacksonville.
It's evil. It's evil. What's the? You got the what's the name?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen.
This is next level crazy, Youngeen.
I'm sharing it. Yeah, here we go. Now let's read the lyrics yet again, right? The chorus. 5 a.m, I got a call. What is this? Dead on the floor, dead on arrival. Mr. 6. Oh, let me break that down for y'all, family. So that's where Julio Foolio grew up in. It was an area called I can't remember. It's not Zone 6, that's Atlanta, but it's an area called the 6 in Jacksonville, Florida. It's the worst area in Jacksonville, Florida. That's why they're saying Mr. 6 right here. I'm steady screaming out, F the law and F the 6. 4 in the car and one of them dead, 3 got hit.
He's talking about what happened. 4 dudes got shot, 1 died.
Yep. Which was Julio Foolio. His 3 other homeboys got hit too, though. I told them niggas they don't want war with Ish. Don't want no war. You don't want no war. Hey, I told them niggas go and step hard around this itch. I told them niggas they don't want no war with Ish. Hey, I told them niggas go and step hard around this itch. Hey, let me read the first verse. It says, pulling up, then clear the scene, knocking off his top. Bullets through this windshield can't miss with this chopper. I told them niggas don't come and play with me. I told them niggas watch what they saying to me. Nigga,
Did he not know that they're gonna use these lyrics in court?
To
When he
indict him.
convict his dumbass,
To indict him.
you
Cooked.
you are a conspirator, co-conspirator to a murder in the first degree, man. Boy, tell you, these young demons, man. Let them all die, man. Whatever. Hell with them. We can regenerate through our kids. You know, we can keep having our own kids, man. Let's just, they don't care, man. They not listening. Go ahead, Al. My bad.
Says nigga got caught coming out the trap. How to hop out the car and bust him. They saying rest in peace to him. I'm screaming F him. Tell the ops to come outside and slide for 6. It ain't nowhere that y'all can run. You boys can't hide from this. Yeah.
Wow.
Some of these guys get out, man. Some of these guys get out, man. Yeah, Florida native. Yeah, that's what we've been showing the people. We know ATK killed him. We know Youngeen Ace is the one who murdered him. We know he's the one that was responsible for the killing of Julio.
Oh, you're a Florida native, so you probably know the talk of the town. Let me ask you this, brother that's in Florida. Is Young Ace back in town, or is he out of town talking all this? Is he in Florida, or is he somewhere where it's safe?
That's what we want to know. That's what the people want to know.
You doing all this talking because you was nice as hell to that Edomite. Real patient with the Edomite.
Bingo.
So our brother answered that. 1 Kings chapter 12. See, in Houston, where it's safe at. I want you to shoot videos and with choppers and do all of that. In Taunton, you're not where it's going on at. You're not in the war, really?
Yeah, man. You're in Houston.
This is the harsh reality of the situation. I know he lost his brother in this little war, one of his best friends. But he just put everybody that he loves that's still in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, in dangerous predicaments right now by doing the song. He's not even caring about his homies. He's not caring about his mother if she's still alive. He's not caring about his father, his grandparents.
Because talking like that, they finna go see about your family, bro.
That's what 50 said. He said, if you were smart, you wouldn't be shooking me. I get tired of looking for you, spray your mama crib and let your ass
make you look for me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how dudes think.
Yeah.
I can't get to you because you in Houston. So look, let me go ahead and get your mama.
And then I'm gonna make you come out of hiding.
Out of hiding because now I shot your mom. Now you gotta come outside.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice.
This is this next level demoness, man. Like, I mean, 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 24. It says, "Thus says the Lord, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house." The Lord said, don't go fight your brothers. Don't go to war with your brothers.
Don't.
That's a directive. Thus says the Lord.
That's a law.
Thus says the Lord.
It's a law, man.
You don't care about thus says the Lord, man. He said, Julio not going. Yeah, I know he wasn't innocent. Yeah, we talked about that. We know.
Yeah.
We know he haunting the dead, and he was giving off this energy, so he got it in return. We know he reaped what he sowed. I mean, let this be a testament, man, go the other way, man. That's why we believers of the way, man. We're going to wrap up some precepts, and then we can open up for Q&A for the family that's still online with us. Let's get some precepts, all right? Whatever you got. Let's just bring it out, man. Let's bring out some edification. 1 Corinthians. I got one. Chapter 1. That's not what I want.
I got one.
Oh, bring it out.
God, this Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Yeah, he said that the ungodly is like the chaff. You know, he used that analogy in
Come.
the New Testament as
Well,
well.
Yahweh Shai. Yeah, Matthew 25, man.
He said the
Gather
chaff,
it up. So
they burn them.
burn it up. Yeah, it's going to
Burn
burn it
their
up.
ass, man. They're going to
Yeah.
burn in that lake.
Lake. There you go. Old and New Testament coinciding, man. The chaff is the ungodly. The tares, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be gathered up, bundled up, and thrown in the fire.
Proverbs 29:8, it says, scornful man, which is another word for scornful, is mocker man, people that like to mock and taunt people, bring it a city into snare, but wise turn it away wrath. See, we need OGs. Where's the OGs at that can kind of simmer down this toxicity, that can simmer down this aggression? We don't got no OGs no more, so it's left up to the prophets. And I know the brothers out there doing some mighty work. What's their name? Light of Zion?
Yeah, the light is on.
That's Priest Kahan, right?
God, priest, God.
I met him before. Solid brother. Sharp. Very sharp. Smooth too, man. Know the scriptures real good. They doing the work, man. Like I said, we got an uphill battle, man. We got an uphill battle. Got an uphill battle right now. Proverbs 20:15-21. It says, folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. Folly and foolishness is fun to somebody that doesn't have the wisdom of the Heavenly Father. Yeah, yes. Yes, heaven and hell are conditions, yeah. We're in the hellish conditions right now. Heaven is just talking about the ruling class or a time of a ruling class. But there's different heavens. So don't get that confused. You got actually 4, but you got 3 heavens. You got the first heaven, which is like the firmament, the sky, you know what I mean? And then it stretches out to different layers, right? You got the stratosphere, troposphere, the exosphere. There's different levels of the firmament. And then you got the second heaven is where the Most High dwells, you know what I mean? For the spiritual realm, in the spiritual world. And then you also got heaven on earth. All right, heaven on earth. Let's get that precept. 1 Kings chapter 8, just to go into the different heavens. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 27. Read that for me.
Okay. 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 27. But will God indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot.
You see that? The heavens are heavens of heavens. 3 heavens. The heavens are heavens of heavens. You see that? The Lord's letting you know there's different heavens, different layers of heavens, right? Yeah, so don't get those misconstrued and confused. All right, but yeah, hell is a condition that our people are in right now. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there in terms of that foolishness and that folly. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm like Raya, I don't really know too much about these new rappers. I stopped listening to rap since, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you, since 2017. I ain't listened to rap since 2017, so I really been out the game since 2017. I see this happening all over the world. I live in the Caribbean, and it's the same. I believe the causes are the curses. That's what I think she meant. The curses of our people are under, especially our young brothers. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
100% agree with you, sis.
Yeah.
Curses are next level, man. These curses are at next level, man.
Yeah, man.
They're like heavy. You got to think about it, right? When it talks about like the single parent households, right? Or the single mothers. Let's get that, right? This is one of my brother Ratazan's favorite scriptures. This is one of the ones I think that like convinced him and sealed him when he came in. Because this is really LA. especially during his little generation, like 05 to like 2010. It was spooky out here, bro. Spooky. Um, Jeremiah, Isaiah 51 and 20. Watch this. It says, "Thy sons have fainted; they lie at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in a net. They are full of fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God." It says, "Thy sons have fainted; they lie in the heads of all the street corners, as a wild bull in a net, turned up, out of control." That's our kids.
God.
Turned up, out of control, man. No regard for human life, no regard for the like young Ace is where it's safe at. He out here tunning, popping bottles, dancing and all that. But he not understanding like Julio Foolio probably got brothers that's gonna slide for him.
That are going to slide for him.
They're gonna slide. They're gonna try to go get your family.
And you're not there.
Oh, sir, Shalom, the sister Angel. She said, yeah, she don't listen to true music. No time for party on everything. I don't even listen to music, really, to keep it a bean. But yeah, I love the true music. I love it.
Yeah, I've been, just a sidebar real quick, man. Family, if y'all not listening to audiobooks is a biohack.
Yeah,
I'm just now getting on to it because I was big on having physical books, but bro, ever since I got on audiobooks, bro, biohack, literally sealed and deal, like much better, much more enriching than listening to music, bro. And it's a lot less of a dopamine release, so you don't feel burnt out or a lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Fulfillment. Because you're always listening to music and stuff, you always stimulated. The book don't do you like that. Audiobooks are a biohack. Biohack. If you ain't listening to audiobooks, you need to get on audiobooks. Change your life.
facts. I'm gonna get that Isaiah 3, start at verse 11. Start at verse 10. It says, "Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat of the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him." Verse 12, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead them cause them to err and destroy the way of their path. The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people." Yeah, man, that's what you see going on. I think later on in this chapter it talks about how like the youngsters, man, the young girls ain't gonna see the dudes they grew up with, they're not gonna see them live a fulfilling life. And that's what's going on.
Because they're gonna die early.
They're gonna die young, man. How old was Foolio?
26.
Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yeah, 26.
He's a baby, bro.
And he had just turned 20. Like I said, the brother died on his birthday.
He's a kid, man. How old is Ace? He looked younger.
Yeah, I think Ace probably like 24, 25. Let me see. Youngeen Ace is 26. Yeah, the same age.
Same age, okay. Yeah, they probably went to high school together, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Keeping up with this foolishness for nothing, man. Ah, man. I don't know what to do with our people, man. We are filled in the prison houses because of this foolishness, man. When will we turn back to our God?
Mm-hmm.
All praises. Brother Jeff said he needed that precept in First Kings. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, praises.
What's up, family? We got a couple more questions, man. If y'all want to go ahead and drop some questions. We're getting into our mark. If y'all still up with us, I know it's kind of late in other places. Give us some questions, man. So we can go ahead and provide a little bit more edification before we close it out. Gotta rule your spirit, man. Is it possible for a lesson to be done on a scattered on the scattered in Asia and other places across the continent, besides the most commonly known pleas. Your brother actually was building up a lesson on that. He was going to do not in
Yeah,
Asia,
Michelle was going into that. He's going to India.
yeah, India. He was going to go, which is right next to Asia. So yeah,
Mm.
she wants some. She wants some history. Do you got people in Asia? Adelia, you got people in Asia? You got some of your folks over there?
I mean, we know it was black samurais in Japan. We know we were scattered everywhere, four corners. We everywhere. We in every single continent on Earth.
I mean, you got to think about it.
Habitable, rather. Guyanese. That's African, though. Guyanese, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, that's not happening. That's South America. You got it. Yeah, that's what the brother was going to go into through the spirit. The brother Dashad was researching the diaspora over there. He was going into the area, the Arabian slave trade.
Yeah, Guyana. That's right across Brazil.
He was going over some of the slave ports and migration patterns of the lower, less fortunate people around those regions. A lot
Hey,
of
a good, Salaki, sister, a good book, ordinary is Hebrews to Negroes. Actually, Ron Dalton, he did a study on the scattered Israelites in India and Asia in Hebrews to Negroes, the first one. Because I watched the first one, it's like 3 hours long. The first Hebrews to Negroes on Prime, go watch that. That'll give you some edification too. I remember watching that, and he went into that on the East Indians.
says she's going to check it out. What does the Bible say about defending yourself against an uncivilized brother that is behaving violent towards you? You got to protect yourself. Protect yourself. Let's get First Maccabees.
But that we were not down the Sabbath day.
Yeah, get First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11 first, and then we'll go to the 1.
Okay.
Let's read that whole little insert because it's edifying.
It's First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days when throughout of Israel wicked men persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
We have wicked Israelites among us. You know what I mean? When we went into the Greco-Roman captivity, as you can see, it said there were many that made a contract, an agreement with the heathens to go after the matter of the heathens, right? Get to chapter 2, read verse 19.
Chapter 2, verse 19, and it reads, Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's domain obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or on the left. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews and said of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
You see, that was a situation where we were so far into idolatry and wickedness that it pissed off the priesthood, men of the priesthood, the Maccabees, and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? And then they sent reinforcements after this to come like spy on us and try to kill us on the Sabbath day, right? Get that. It's in the same chapter.
240. This first Maccabees 2 and verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done and fight not for our lives and laws
Let's read
against
up.
the
Let's
heathen.
read up. Let's read up. Let's read up. Let's read up. Verse
So
32.
verse 32.
Yeah.
Verse 32, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day.
See that? You had wicked Israelites that was in the army of the Grecians, right? You had the heathens and our own brothers, like conspiring or planning against the righteous Israelites, right? They said, let's go attack them on the Sabbath day. Now watch this.
And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they lay hid, but said, let us die all in our innocency, having it heaven and earth will testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them with their wives and children and their cattle to the number of 1,000 people. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth.
See that? You gotta be able to fight. Now I know it says the heathens there, but if you read in First Maccabees or Second Maccabees chapter 15, it was wicked Israelites in that army as well.
And wicked Israelites are referred to as heathen, just for that.
Oh yeah,
Right.
add on to that as well. That's a fact.
Yeah, wicked Israelites are heathens, so they fall in that same category. If you fight everything about Israelite culture, bro, we on the defense, bro. We are not offensively trying to take over and rule. The Lord gave us our portion, bro. So on the defense. But if your life is in imminent danger, bro, you handle business.
You can defend yourself. Huh? You don't want to be the aggressor, as the brother wanted to.
Yeah, handle business.
It says, peace, bro. How do you go about eating nowadays? I feel like a lot of restaurants cook pork the same place as burgers or other cases. Now, fortunately for us, I mean, I'll let Ashire and talk about what he do. I don't eat out much. You know what I mean? I'm appreciative. I have a beautiful wife that cooks majority of the time. So whenever we do decide to go out, like for example, like we like fish, right? We like filet of salt. So we got this fish spot that we'll go to, and we'll tell them to cook the fish in the French fry grease.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? We always tell them like, look, if I'm gonna go to Popeyes or something like that, don't mix my chicken among the shrimp. Keep my chicken among the French fry grease. If you can't do that, then you can't have my money. You see what I'm saying? I always say I'm allergic. You see what I'm saying? So when I go to like a pizza place, you know, they're gonna have pepperoni. I tell them, make sure you cut my pizza. You know what I mean? When you cut it up,
With a different pot cutter.
the cheese cutter, because I'm allergic to pepperoni. You know what I mean? I do stuff like that.
Yeah, I would let me back off by Ron's point. That's the best way to go about it for them to take it serious. Because if you just say it's for religious reasons, they're not gonna give a F going to a restaurant. They're not gonna care, bro. And unless you back there to verify that they did it, they're not. But when it's certain health guidelines that they have to, if you tell them that you have allergies, because then they know if something happens, then it's a lawsuit. And ultimately the name of the restaurant being tarnished, and you're gonna have news reports and all kind of stuff, and you're gonna lose business. You know what I mean? So that's the best way to go about it, is tell them that you have allergies. And if you go to fast food restaurants specifically, if they have, especially like if they fry things, or if they have grills, like going to a burger spot where they serve bacon burgers, like Wendy or anywhere, they cook all of that on the same grill, right? I've seen that firsthand. It blew my mind. They cook all the beef, all the meat on one grill, and they cook chicken and fried chicken. They have fried chicken grills, and they have fried grills.
That's why when I go to stuff like that,
I mean, fried fryers. I'm sorry.
I try not to eat the burgers. You know, like Wendy's and stuff. I try to just get the nuggets.
Because it's all on the same grill, bro. It's all on the same grill.
Oh, she said her name is pronounced Aaliyah, not Alalaya. I thought it was Hebrew. She in the Hebrew will say Alalaya, but she said Aaliyah. Okay, my bad.
Okay, well, shalom, sis. Aaliyah.
For sure.
Yeah, Karimi Ahu is also a good guy to watch. I like Karimi Ahu's page. I learned a lot about Tentra from that brother.
Yeah, send us some stuff. Believers in the way 144k at Gmail. If you got some stuff you want us to react to, or some information you want us to bring out, the water, yeah, send that. Following things, I needed that. I'm at the book. Are you new, brother Jeff? You new to this? How long you been in the truth? I know a lot of our brothers and sisters are relatively new to this. Nah, you good. How long you been in the truth, sis? I've seen you before. Okay, you got my number. Okay, you got our numbers. Okay, okay. This how do you pray? How do you pay your tithes? Am I to give a tenth to the Levites, the Haitians, or can I pay my tithes to an Israelite camp, or split the tithes up between camps? Okay. Let's get Acts chapter 4, verse 32.
This is Acts 4:32. And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said any of them that aught of the things which he possessed was his own, but they had all things common. And with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great grace was upon them all. Neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold, and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and
laid them down what?
At the apostles' feet.
Uh-huh.
And distribution was made unto every man according as he had need. And Joseph, who by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which is being interpreted the son of consolation, a Levite, and of the country of Cyprus, having land, sold it, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet.
What did the Levite do?
He sold it and laid the money before the apostles' feet.
See that? Right? So now, I mean, in the ancient world, the whole concept of giving a tenth of your increase to the Levites is because the Levites' job was to do the ministry of the works of the Lord. That's it. To do the services of the tabernacle. That's it. They couldn't go out and get jobs. They couldn't go out and get careers. So essentially, the Levites will live vicariously through all the amenities and the benefits of the other tribes. So if the other tribes bring in 200 million, the Levites will get 20% of that, which is 20 million. And it made sense because their job was to service the Lord, to do just the works of the Lord. Now we're under a new high priest, on a new order of Melchizedek, which is Hawashai essentially. And he said he set us up to be kings and priests as a whole, as a nation. You would essentially give your alms. Or if you want to give a tenth, you can give your alms or whatever you want, whatever the Lord desired to put on your heart to the camps that you watch, or to the church that you watch, to forward the ministry, essentially. You know what I mean? Whoever you kind of watch the most, you go ahead and give them a donation and alms. Right? Let's read that. Alms deliver you from death.
Totally.
Right. So you'll give alms, which is whatever the Lord desired to put on your heart, to help forward the ministry, stuff like that, for traveling, for just having money in the bank, to help people that might be in dire need. We got single mothers that's vulnerable that might need some help. We got brothers that need circumcision. There's all type of stuff that we have, like the storage of money to help out our nation for. Somebody that might be behind some rent, anything, right? But we'll read that alms real quick.
God is Tobit 12:9. For alms doth deliver from death, and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms in righteousness shall be filled with life.
That's it.
Come.
Somebody call. Why you call little lame? There's a car. What's up? What? Lame. What's that about? Right? Brother Jeff, did we answer your question, King? Is the car King? He chose violent today, man.
Yeah, Brother Jeff, just to kind of clarify if you didn't, the 10th was specifically to the Levites when they were set up for them to get a 10th from all of the tribes, because again, they couldn't have jobs. Their sole purpose was to do the ministry, which is the service of the Most High, which is the tabernacle, the sacrifices, the lighting of the incense, the showbread making, going into the holies of holies to sacrifice, things of that nature. But we no longer have a priesthood set up. There is no more Levitical priesthood right now. So there's no need to give a tithe. But you can give alms. That's what we do now, alms. Just to clarify that for you.
Aaliyah, I think I can't remember. Are you in New York? You and your mom, y'all in New York? All praises, all praises. Good. So feel free to give whatever your heart desires. Did you read that scripture in Tobit where it talks about give according to whatever you have? Hit that one. It's like Tobit 4:8. Okay, I remember you now. Okay, all praises. All praises.
Yeah, this Tobit 4:8. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little.
You see that, Brother Jeff? So we give alms now. So we give according to what we have. We have a lot, we give a lot. We have a little, we give a little. We give according to whatever the Lord puts on our heart to do so. You know what I mean? And just help forth the ministry, essentially. As you see how they were doing it in the New Testament, they gathered the monies of their substance and they laid it at the feet of the apostles. So
even the Levites,
the position of the apostles' leadership, we'll go ahead and divvy up the money and use it how we see fit to forward the ministry of the church. Good questions. Good questions. Did you want to go into that tithing a little bit more, just for edification purposes?
Yeah, we can.
That's a good question that he asked. Just in the
Deuteronomy 14.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 14.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 14.
Yeah, you can go ahead and break that down. I'm gonna get some more stuff. I'm gonna get another precept while you get that Deuteronomy 14.
Kindness, Deuteronomy 14:22. And it reads, thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed that the field bringeth forth year by year, and thou shalt eat before the Lord.
Come up, Bob, because you sound muffled. Come up a little closer. Yeah, right here.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, the tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil, and the firstlings of thy herds, and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. So, first thing we want to understand is that tithes, according to the scriptures, would have been something like what's listed here: food, cattle, wine, or strong drink. That's what we would have been bringing to the Levites. That's first and foremost, right? And we will be bringing that to Jerusalem. That's another thing.
Or the Levites within your borders as well, within your borders.
Come, the Levites within your borders as well. And you can read that in Leviticus 27, verses 30 through 34. Verse 24, and if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money. So if you lived too far away from the Levites that live within your borders, or too far away from Jerusalem, because that's where the Lord said his name at, in Mount Zion, right? If you live too far away, then you would sell what you would intend to bring to the Levites as your tithe and turn it into money. You would exchange that and turn it into money, so that when you got to where you needed to be, Jerusalem or the Levites, then when you got to where you needed to be, you could turn that back into whatever your soul desires, which we'll read in verse 26. Reading on. And shall go into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, verse 26, and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desireth. And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household. And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he hath no part nor inheritance with thee. See, again, that is the point of why they are getting this tithe, is because they don't have any inheritance. They don't have any part, they don't have any inheritance. They live within the suburbs of every other tribe, because their sole job was to do the ministry of the Lord for the other tribes. At the end of 3 years, thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thine increase the same year, and shalt lay it up within thy gates. And the Levite, because he hath no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow, which are within thy gates, shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hand which thou doest. So another thing is that the widows and the orphans, they got a portion of this tithe as well. That went to the widows and the orphans as well. But that's what a tithe is. In the ancient world, it would have been something like food, wine, strong drink. That's what it would be. It wouldn't even necessarily be money. Now, through alms, the alms are what we know as money or good deeds, things you could do now.
Right. Now, just to let me back on my brother point, those commodities that he mentioned, those precious metals and things of the earth is real money. You know what I mean? If you research what is lawful money in the U.S., they would tell you gold, silver, things of the earth, things that were produced by God. That's real lawful money, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So the currency or the paper money that we use is just a medium of exchange. And the government calls it money because we allow it to be like a medium of exchange, but real lawful money is things of the earth. So this is why you see when we were, presenting our offerings and tithes to the Lord, we would do it with real money, things that, of real value, of significant value, not with paper. No, we don't have a camp in New York. Man, we need to come to New York ASAP. We don't got a camp in New York, but look, you can sign up. Hit us up in the chat. Believers of the Way 144K at Gmail. Put that in the chat real quick, you don't mind? Yeah. Shouts to the sister Leah. Yeah, you definitely could. You can definitely sing your arms. Believers of BOW feast. BOW feast. If you got Cash App. If you got Zelle, Believers of the Way 144K at Gmail. Put that in the chat real quick from you. Any last questions? You know what I mean? Water. Yeah, if you want to hit us up in an email, we can go ahead and help you out in the back chat. You see the ticker sign is going across the screen. Alms deeds, Believers of the Way, or BOW fees. Believers, BOW fees. Go ahead and hit it up.
And I'll put it in the chat to the Cash App.
Yes, $sign Believers. I keep saying Believers. $sign BOW fees. We definitely need to hit up New York, though.
Got a lot of places we got to touch. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat up.
There was a precept I wanted to give before I closed it out, going into fear of the Lord, bro. I think it's in Ecclesiastes chapter 27. Ecclesiastes chapter 27. I'm gonna read verse 3. Is that what I want? Yeah. Unless a man or a woman, hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Man, unless you like really diligently fearing the Lord in everything that you do, everything that you desire, you're gonna pretty much fail in this thing, man. So I get an example. How the fear of the Lord can kind of save you from stuff. Like, let's say a brother or a sister, right? A brother or a sister. Let's make it balanced. Let's say a brother meets a sister, and he doesn't really, let's say they hit it off, they like each other, they're attractive, and you end up skipping steps and then laying with the sister, right? Without even really inquiring about who she is or where she come from and all that stuff. The fear of the Lord, even if you're attractive, even if y'all love language is, feeling each other and stuff like that, the fear of the Lord will stop you in your tracks, because you're going to think like, what if she married? Damn, I can commit adultery right now. You remember what happened with Abraham? Abraham and Pharaoh, Abimelech. He was like, damn, why you didn't tell me you was married? Why you tell me she was your sister? Like, I did tell you. I mean, she is my sister, bro. You know what I mean? I didn't tell you you was married because I didn't want you to kill me. Y'all don't look like a town that fear the Lord like that. Pharaoh was like, hold on, bro. Look, have your wife back, man. You bringing all kind of evilness to my house. Why am I bringing that out? It's because even in that situation, where in his mind, he's like, it's innocent because the dude, Abraham, didn't really tell me this was his wife. He told me it was his sister. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's fair game. And she said the same thing. Oh, yeah, that's my brother. And she was just looking out for her husband because she was just following her husband because her husband told her to do that. But let's say that, God forbid he lay with her. That would have been adultery. And the Lord still would have judged it. But the fear of the Lord will stop you in your tracks from doing something stupid. The fear of the Lord will stop you in your tracks from doing something that you know is wrong. You see what I'm saying? The fear of the Lord will stop you in your tracks from making, bad decisions. That's why it says, Ecclesiastes chapter 27, verse 3. Unless a man or a woman hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house will soon fall. You know what I'm saying? You got to be diligent in fear of the Lord in order for you to kind of like survive in this thing. Because you're going to have those little battles, but if you fear the Lord and everything, then you'll overcome those battles. So those temptations, you know what I mean? You'll have those little tempting moments where you want to do certain things. I don't know. What would be like a tempting situation for a woman?
Gossip.
Gossip would be that's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
It might be somebody you don't necessarily like. Somebody that wronged you. We still got laws and provisions that we got to follow. You just got to be like, hey, kill that noise. I don't want to talk about that. Hey, send that to somebody else. I ain't trying to hear none of that. That's the fear of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? The fear of the Lord to keep you honest. It keep you in a good space, essentially. So definitely want to have the fear of the Lord because it covers you. It protects you from doing like crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. My name isn't Jeff. Is the name I use on YouTube. Hopefully I can properly introduce myself to you brothers correctly one day.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Email us, brother. Email us.
Okay.
It says Produce Mundo. It says on the year Jubilee, what would our daily diet revolve around since we are to leave the fruits and etc. alone?
Be the same thing.
Yeah, Leviticus 25.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing because the Lord will give us. Yeah, let's read it. I'll show you how perfect the Most High is. Where do you want me to start at?
You can start at Jubilee, verse 8.
Leviticus 25 and 8. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years. And the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. On the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land.
You know?
And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family.
Read.
A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gathereth the grapes in it of thy vine undressed. For this the jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the
Hold on,
field.
you should what?
Eat the increase thereof out of the field.
You can eat it. You see that? We're not allowed to sow or dress up the land. We just let it grow of itself. But we are allowed to go out and eat and partake in what it grows naturally. So that means we're not able to cultivate the land. We're not supposed to plow it, unroot it. But whatever grows naturally, we can go and eat it. We're just not supposed to gather it. So it'll be a situation like Yahweh's disciples when they was eating the corn and the Pharisees was trying to condemn them. That's lawful. You can eat of the corn of the fields of your vineyards, of your neighbors' vineyards, but you're not allowed to cut a sickle or gather or take it off or cut it off. That'd be stealing. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord said, if you read later on in this chapter, that He would bless us in the 6th year, right? So He'll bless us in the year before the Jubilee. He'll bless us in the 6th year for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have an overlay and an overstorage of crops to eat from. Let's get that precept just so we can have it. It's in the same chapter. I think it's verse 20. 20, verse 20.
Verse 20. And if you shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase. Then I will command.
Question the guys, like, how are we going to eat? Then what?
Verse 21. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat yet of old fruit until the 9th year. Until our fruits come in, ye shall eat of the old store.
So that was a process that we're supposed to follow. That was the system that the Most High put us on. So we'll always have a storage and overlay. To answer your question, had we followed this correctly to the letter of the law, then we would have a storage of food that will last us for 3 years. Mm-hmm. So in that 8th year, we'll always be ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm. And we would still have food for the fruit to grow in the 9th year because He gave us 3 years worth in the 6th year.
Oh, that means we cooking, man. If Raya learning something new, that means we cooking.
All praises.
All praises.
Good questions bring forth good answers.
Yeah, man. Keep them coming, man. Yeah, that's a good question that he asks. Yeah, people don't really ask. People don't ask about the Jubilee like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't ask about the year Jubilee. People don't really ask about Leviticus 25, and Leviticus 25 is a heavy chapter. It's a lot of info.
What about right now? I'm starting my own garden. How do I calculate when the Jubilee is? Whenever you start it. Whenever you start it, brother. You know what I mean? If you want to do that, like I said, let's say you started this year. 6 years from now would be your last year, and then that 7th year, you'll go ahead and let it grow up itself. All right, read Leviticus 25, 1 through 4.
Leviticus 25, Leviticus chapter 25, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, speaking to the children of Israel and saying to them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. When in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land.
See that? So if you want to start now, go ahead and cultivate the land, cultivate the soil, unroot all that the weeds, make sure the minerals in the soil is properly germinating so it can yield its proper fruit. And then in that 7th year, you'll just leave it untouched so it can replenish, essentially. Brother Jeff says, I started wearing fringes, but I tuck them when I go into the dentist doctor or the doctor. Are we allowed to tuck our fringes to keep ourselves safe in places where we may be vulnerable? I mean, fringes is for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Fringes is for you. You know what I mean? The purpose of the fringes is because it reminds us of the commandments. I'll tell you, I'll share a testimony with you. I've been in the truth for 7 years now. So in the beginning, when I first started, I was overly radical, extremely forthcoming, and very boisterous. So I would wear my big Pharisee fringes because I wanted everybody to know I'm an Israelite, and I'm proud of it. But as I got more seasoned in this thing, and I got like a corporate job, you know, my corporate job, I will tuck in my fringes. You know what I'm saying? And it was to mitigate the conversation because I'm like, bro, y'all gonna see one of me and Roger's viral videos, and I'm gonna have a conversation with the HR department.
You might
Yeah,
inspired.
to avoid all of that, I be calm, I be cool, I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do that, that's fine. Use wisdom. You ain't gotta say nothing to them. The fringes is for you.
Yeah.
Not for others. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to be reminded of the commandments, as he talked about. You know what I mean? So if you want to use a little wisdom, use wisdom. Paul did it. He talked about using guile in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai talked about using wisdom. So however you see fit. I don't see how a doctor necessarily, I get what you're saying. I wear fringes to the doctor's office. I wear fringes to the doctor's office. I mean, they still have a responsibility. The physician has a responsibility to serve you as the client. But I get what you're saying. But in the workplace, especially working like a corporate job, tuck it, yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with it. Tuck it in, man. They ain't got to know nothing about what you do. Keep it low key. It's not unlawful for your kids to play sports. No. It become unlawful when you play sports on the Sabbath. That's when it becomes unlawful. The kids can play sports. Just tell them not to play on the Sabbath. How do I know the line between vanity and righteousness, between adopting hobbies in regards to fitness? I mean, hey, this is the brother. Hey, this is your lane right here, brother. This is your. I don't think I'm qualified to speak on this, brother.
Yeah, I'll give you some wisdom.
Speak on that.
Yeah, me and my brother, we was just having this conversation earlier because I'm a personal trainer, right? And I've been kind of focusing on building my YouTube channel for my fitness and things of that nature. And I was just talking, crazy enough, through the spirit, we just had this conversation a few hours ago. I'm gonna leave you with this precept, this 1 Timothy 4:8. It says, "For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. You understand? So your exercise should never interfere with, if you are exercising and focusing on exercise and nutrition and all that more than getting your scriptures or getting breakdowns or praying or fasting, then you got a problem. Because yes, exercise has a profit, but it's small compared to the amount of righteousness. Your yield on righteousness as opposed to exercising in the gym is going to be tenfold. You understand? So focus on your scriptures more than exercising. Exercising has its place, but you need to prioritize your biblical studies and your relationship with the Father first.
Which the scripture talks about focusing on the heavenly things, Matthew 6.
Yeah, all these things be added into you. So you got to seek the kingdom first and the righteousness thereof, and all these things will be added unto you. Your food, your clothing, all those things be added to you. The Most already know what you need. So focus on that. You need to prioritize. I always say priorities. If you are prioritizing the Most High first, then everything else gonna fall into place. But prioritize the Most High first. Make a conscious effort to prioritize the Most High.
He says, understood, yeah, I took, because you in today's world, right, Esau's world, you never know who may be offended. My dentists and doctors are Edomites or Moabites. So I try to avoid international malpractice. I hear you.
I don't think that'll be a malpractice though. Doctors really don't be caring. Your dentist, but I get what you're saying though.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, they don't really be tripping off that, man. They not.
Yeah.
You got to be more concerned with people like me, Shire, like people that's like viral, the ones that's teaching all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not really worried about like just regular, small Israelites. Not to call y'all regular Israelites, but they're not really tripping off y'all like that. It's the ones that they see all the time. It's the ones they want to kill and destroy. Mm-hmm. They take us as a joke, bro. They don't even think we. Most people don't even respect us.
I'll say this too though. Let me bring this out to that point though. Yeah, I mean, let me get this precept real quick. So like this is Matthew chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." So a lot of times fringes are an indicator that may show someone else that heard about this understanding or be able to be a talking point for righteousness. Somebody may ask about your fringes and then you reel somebody into the truth. Or your fringes may be an indicator of another Israelite brother or sister who hasn't seen an Israelite in forever. And then you reenact their spirit because y'all have a conversation of like-mindedness. You understand? So the Most High gave us the law, statutes, and commandments for us to shine, to be a light unto the Gentiles, to show them how to live. And fringes are a part of that. So like our Ram said, I'm just giving a little balance, right? You can tuck them in using wisdom, but also you're supposed to let your light shine before men, though, and let everybody see what the Most High has done for you in your life. That's an indicator of your conversion, that this book that we teach and we live, it works. You're a living example of that when you wear your fringes, when you wear your beard. These are just external things, of course. You got to have your internal correct. Can't be a Jew outwardly, but you got to be a Jew inwardly as well. But those outward things are a part of your light shining before men, just to provide the opposite. So don't be afraid to wear your fringes out. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Not saying you're ashamed.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
Definitely ain't worried about no doctors. Yeah. I mean, I'll take it even further, Brother Mundo. Solomon You gotta understand why he said it's vanity, vanity, vanity. Because Solomon had everything. He had all the
Yeah,
cars, he had all the
everything at
women,
his disposal.
he had all the money, he had all the knowledge.
All the power. He was a king.
He was a king, all the wealth, everybody loved him. So that's why he said, look, bro, I did everything you trying to do times 10. Here's the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God to keep the commandments, bro. This is the whole duty of man.
Yeah.
I did everything, bro. I had the baddest of the baddest of every nation. He's like, look, bro, fear God to keep his commandments, man. That's the whole duty of man.
Bingo.
Like I said, I'm wearing mine. I don't tuck mine in. I ain't tucking my chain in.
God, most I got me.
Scar said, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. A light is meant to be set on the hill a lot. We say we the light to the Gentiles.
That's why I can't work a corporate job no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
God.
transition out because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too radical, bro. I'm not trying to slow myself down for nobody.
That's why I'm getting into that's why I went ahead and got my personal training certificate. I'm trying to get into my entrepreneurial lane, but I'm tired of having to freaking be secretive and be tactical with every freaking move I make, bro. Yeah. That's what you got to do in corporate America. Like, you got to be tactical with every move.
They'll fire you immediately from a Facebook post.
Come on, bro. They got social media lurkers. That's why I don't accept friend requests from coworkers and none of that. Once you see me in friend requests, I'll block you. Actually, that's what ends up happening. I block you. Oh, can you pull up that comment by Mundo? Listen, it's not a sin to exercise. That's why I brought out 1 Timothy 4:8. Paul tells you that exercise profits. There's a profit to exercise. There's nothing wrong. There is no sin. Let me get this for you. Let me get this precept for you real quick. Let me show you something. Let me learn you something real quick. So this is Romans 4:15. Read this for you real quick, King. It's Romans 4:15, and it reads, because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression. There is no law saying that thou shalt not exercise, thou shalt not lift weights, thou shalt not have a home gym. It doesn't exist, dog. The place of exercise that the Greeks were building, they had coliseums that were for gladiator fighting, where they were putting men in there and forcing them to kill each other.
And touching each other naked. That's a whole different type of ball.
That's a whole different type of place of exercise. It was all type of freakisms, murder, malice, backbiting, envy going on in those coliseums, bro. You building an at-home gym in your basement to glorify God in your body, like the Bible tells you to, because that's a part of it. Taking care of your vessel you're going to be judged on how you took care of your vessel. That's what a lot of Israelites don't understand. You abusing a vessel that God is supposed to live in this body that you have, and you abuse the temple that God is supposed to be living in. You're going to be judged on that. So it's nothing wrong with you having a home gym. You're not building a place of exercise like the Greeks.
Just have a proper balance, brother. You know what I'm saying? Have a balance, man. Let's say you got a 4-day split, right? Every other day you on and off. Just make sure the days that you're not working out or the days that you do work out, that you get in the scriptures equally as much. That's the problem. Like, we already distracted with a lot of things. Working out, make it quick. Don't be in the gym all day.
It can become idolatry for sure.
It become issues, man. Look, go handle your business. I would recommend not even going to a gym to keep it a buck, so you can not be distracted. I would say, to keep it simple, go to a park, maybe a jungle gym, get your little workout in. Maybe you can hit the track, and then go handle your business, bro.
Let me back off you real quick. Let me tell you something. I got a fitness page, right? I just did an exercise of the day. I did 300 body weight squats. It took me 30 minutes to do. I'm hurt. I call it ironic.
For a fact, 300
I'm
body
in pain.
squats. Come on, bro. That's different.
I'm in pain right now, and I did it yesterday. It took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes of my time. That's calisthenics for you, bro. And I'm hurting right now. I'm hurting. The lactic acid is tearing me up right now. 300 body weight squats yesterday. 30 minutes. That's all it took was 30 minutes to get a crazy workout, crazy pump. So that's what we're saying, bro. That's what Paul was teaching us in 1 Timothy 4. That's your exercise. Bodybuilding is idolatry. I ain't gonna hold you. Bodybuilding is idolatry. These brothers build up their bodies to get on stage and become an idol. That's what happens when you bodybuild. You become an idol. And people worship you because of how beautiful your body is. Get in there, handle your business, get back to doing the work of the Lord. Simple.
Yeah, don't go too far, man. Keep it balanced. Proverbs 11:1. Power and Truth, brother said, if I send a video to a friend or acquaintance and they never get back to me with what they think, after time, should I check back with the person or should I just let it be? I mean, you got to understand, bro. Many are called, but few are chosen.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to follow up with them, get their thoughts. I share a testimony with me, right? How I came into the truth. I would say follow up because of what happened to me. So long story short, it was one of my college buddies that I went to school with. Shouts to him. He sent me a video. You know, I'm in the world rapping. I'm doing all type of stuff in the studio all night. And he sends me a video with your brother Yerushalayim, talking about the Israelites, you know, the curses or whatever. I didn't watch the video initially, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, bro, why are you sending me this? Like, I mean, like, what is this about? Like, you ain't even know context. You just send me a link. I don't know if I want to watch this, whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what this is about. But he ended up following up with me, and he never does this. So he followed up with me maybe like 2 hours later. He's like, hey, bro, did you watch the video I sent you? I was like, nah, I didn't watch it, man. What is it about? He said, bro, just watch it and then get back to me. So that mystique that, you know, he kind of put behind the video, you know, sending me the link and following up made me believe that it had to be something real for him to be like calling me back 2 hours later. So I ended up watching it, and I was confounded. I ain't gonna hold you. I was confounded. I was stuck. It made sense. I'm like, oh, that's why Kendrick said he an Israelite, we not black no more. I heard Absol say that. Everything just started making sense to me. Y'all hear me, bro? Yeah. So everything started making sense to me, and I'm like, oh wow. You know what I mean? I remember somebody said on a comment back in 2013, there's no such thing as a black Jew. The Jews are black. You know what I'm saying? So I said all that to say that maybe your follow-up can compel the brother or sister that you sent the video to check it out. I mean, don't leave no stones unturned. If you want to be extra, be extra. DJ Mustard, right? Him and Kendrick, they got the biggest song in the nation right now, right? With the Not Like That. DJ Mustard is a multi-platinum recording producer. Now, he says, even though he has a name and he got like hella hit songs, hundreds of hit songs, he says still to this day, he would hound artists to get a song done. He said, bro, he sent Kendrick beats for a whole year, like half a year, 5 beats a day, kept bothering him. He said, before Kendrick laid that Not Like Us verse, he said he sent him about 150 beats. Why am I telling you this? Persistence. Let them block you. Depends on the kind of person. Let them block you. You could be the kind of person like every time Bow go live, send it to him. Every video, send them all our old stuff. We got hella videos in the archive. Send it to them. Let them keep sending them to them until the point they block you. You know what I'm saying? Change the way you think. Send them videos every time. Hey, what's your thoughts on this? Hey, how you feel about this? Hey, I was watching this video. I feel this way. What you think? You know what I mean? Be persistent. So I would say, but keep in mind, many are called, few are chosen. Not everybody's not going to be chosen. unfortunately. If you're going to fast for a long period of time,
I can answer that one too.
huh?
I can answer that question.
Oh yeah, this your lane. If you're gonna fast for a long period of time, would you eat a lot before fasting or slowly begin to cut out meals and then begin to fast?
So you on the right track. You need to cut out meals before you fast. Eating big meals is only going to make it harder for you to one, get into the fasted state, but also it depends on what you eat, right? So what I would recommend before you go on a huge fast is the week prior, you need to be drinking a lot of cold pressed juices. You need to be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, a ton of fruits and vegetables to really fill your body with oxygen and minerals, vitamins and minerals. That's what your body's going to need when you fast, right? And it depends on what kind of fast you're doing. If y'all talking about dry fasting, you definitely need to be drinking cold pressed juices before you go into your dry fast to prepare your body to be fasting. You need to already be putting your body in that mode to not be wanting food because it's just going to make it harder. Because once you eat those big meals before you go on a fast, your body's going to crave that. When you go on a fast, you're going to have a lot of high levels of ghrelin. Going to have a lot of high surges of ghrelin. Ghrelin is the hormone that makes you feel hungry. That's what it's called. Ghrelin. Grehlin. Ghrelin. That's what makes you feel hungry. And when you eat big meals like that before you fast, your ghrelin is going to spike really, really high during those fast periods. As you fast days and days, your ghrelin will start to decrease. The surges, they'll be shorter and they'll be a little bit lower in duration. But to alleviate that, drinking cold pressed juices and eating fruits and vegetables before you fast is going to alleviate those ghrelin spikes and make it a little bit more easy for you to fast. Right? I don't recommend anybody jumping into a 7-day fast if you never even fasted a day before. So work your way up to fasting for weeks. It's like exercise. You don't go into the gym and just put 405 pounds on the bench and then lift it. You're gonna hurt yourself. You understand? So try a 24-hour fast, dry fast first. Then once you master that 24-hour, go for 48. Then when you master that 48, hit that 72. Then once you hit that 72, hit you a 5-day. Once you hit that 5-day, 7-day. But you need to be prepping your body for no food. So cold pressed juices, fruits and veggies is the best way to go when preparing for a fast. And a lot of them. 10 to 12 servings a day before your fast. Fruits and vegetables, cold pressed juices.
All right, so we're about 3 hours in, family. We'll wrap it up with one more question. Anybody got any questions?
That's good. I like to see those questions like that. I like to see Israel running the fast. I like that. That makes me happy.
You kind of cut me right now, huh? I feel some kind of way. I got to
All
fast.
praise to the Most High.
I ain't fast, bro, for a minute.
I haven't either.
I haven't fast since like January or something like that.
Yeah, I got to get a 24-hour and something.
Yeah, I got to get a fast.
So,
There's no reason.
all praises.
Yeah,
I like that. I like to see Israel thinking that way.
Keep it above.
At least once a month. There's really no excuse not to fast once a month, bro. At least. I just told him after we had that conversation yesterday, I was telling you about where I felt cut after the conversation we had.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's time for me to get back in that 2020 bag. I was fasting regularly, eating a lot more fruits and veggies, and I was doing the at-home workouts, running push-ups, sit-ups, squats like I did on the channel. Like, yeah, get to the purpose. So,
shout out to Raya, First Lady of Church.
Shout out to Sister Raya.
Nah, I don't watch movies. I'm gonna keep it above. Probably the wrong person to ask those questions.
Yeah, I saw Apocalypto. It does give a little bit of insight into 10 trial. We know they was into wickedness, doing stuff like that, but
She said, why are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi the Jews and not the other tribes? Because of southern kingdom, right? When you look into the southern kingdom of Israel, the head tribe, right, is Judah.
Mhm.
And the head tribe for northern kingdom is Ephraim. So a lot of times the northern kingdom would be associated with Ephraim. Ephraim is relating to the whole entire northern kingdom, meaning the northern hemisphere of Israel. And then southern kingdom would be Judah, which means the southern hemisphere of Israel. Now, initially, when you read the story of Solomon, let's get that real quick. This is a good question she asked. Solomon,
First Kings
First King.
12.
Due to Solomon's sin, yeah, we'll go to First Kings 12, and then we'll go into how initially it was only one tribe that the Lord gave him. He only gave Solomon one tribe, but then Benjamin came on later, and then eventually Levi. So we'll give you that history. But it's recognized as Judah being the head tribe, as the head of Southern Kingdom. That's why it's called Judah, because Judah is the head of the Southern Kingdom, and Ephraim is the head of the Northern Kingdom. But read that real quick, God.
Where do you want me to start at?
Where you at? First Kings 12?
Yeah.
Going to the split.
Let me start at 16.
Where he sinned at. First Kings 12, let me get there. 11. First Kings 11. Verse 10.
Come on, 1 Kings 11 to 10, and reason had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after the gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son.
So I'm not going to take the kingdom because I made a promise to your father, David, and I wouldn't take the kingdom from you, right? But I'll take it from your son, Rehoboam. So during your life, you're going to be good. But the second your son comes into power, I'm going to take the kingdom from him, right? Verse 13, and I'm going to give it to the northern kingdom, right? Read verse 13.
Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son, for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen.
Because King Solomon was king over all 12 tribes, but he said, I'm not going to take away all the tribes. I'm going to just leave one. I'm going to leave you one tribe, which is Judah, right? Now watch this. Let's go in chapter 12 when
No, it's 11 still.
When Benjamin came back.
Oh, you're talking about Benjamin? Oh, let's go first. Kings 12 and
verse 21.
come on. It's 1 Kings 12 and 21. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin, and 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against the house of Israel, to fight the kingdom again, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam the son of Solomon.
See that? He went to Jerusalem, and it was at first, read verse 20, because at first he only had Judah, but then Benjamin came along as well. Read that.
Come. 1 Kings 12 and 20. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king of all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only.
Only Judah. It was only Judah at first. But then when you read verse 21, then Benjamin came along as well. And it makes sense because Benjamin and Judah are right next door neighbors. They're right next to each other. Now look, Jeroboam was wicked, right? He was doing all type of wicked stuff. So eventually the priesthood, Levi left. All of Levi left them. I was like, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Judah, right? Get that.
me jump down to verse
Get to the point.
30.
Yeah.
Gone. It's 1 Kings 12 and 30. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made an house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel. And he burned upon the altar and burnt incense.
You see that? So Jeroboam was wicked, right? Remember, it was promised that the Lord would take the kingdom from Solomon and give it to Jeroboam. So Jeroboam was wicked though, right? So he started taking the Levites out of the priesthood. He started putting other tribes in the priesthood. He started worshiping idols. He started going into idolatry. He started doing all type of stuff. So Levi was like, the hell with this. We about to go back. Give me that scripture. And he's like, Levi was like, we're going back. Where's that in chapter 15?
Yeah, it's 15. Okay, we're going.
Maybe 13.
I think it is 13. Let's see.
When Levi left?
Yeah.
Let me find it for you. Shalakia, family. You don't got this Bible highlighted on. Yeah, 1 Kings 13 and 33. Read that.
Con, 1 Kings 13 and 33, and it says, after this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests of the high places, whosoever would. He consecrated him, and he became one of the priests of the high places. And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from off the face of the earth.
He made himself a priest, right? 2 Chronicles 11 and 14. Watch this. I'll get details of what happened. 11 and 14.
Con, 2 Chronicles 11 and 14. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possession and came to Judah.
The Levites left. You see that, Sister E? The Levites left their possessions in their suburbs and came to where?
To Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord.
He said, man, y'all can't be priests no more. I'm a priest now.
I'm
a priest. I'm going to set up my own priesthood. The hell with the Levites. I don't need y'all to do the priest duties no more. So what happened was, you can see the timeline. So first the Lord took the kingdom from Solomon and gave him only one tribe, which was Judah. Judah went to go fight all the other 12 tribes. But on their path, Benjamin jumped in. So now you got Judah and Benjamin because they're neighbors. And then eventually, Jeroboam wickedness got so out of control that he kicked out and polluted the priesthood. And the priesthood came back. You see that? It came back to Judah. Now you got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And Judah being the head of those tribes is often associated with Southern Kingdom.
And Jewish is short
for Judah.
For Judah. Yeah. So yes, if you saying you attend tribe and calling yourself a Jew, that would technically be incorrect. You would be an Israelite, but you wouldn't be a Jew.
I mean, you can call yourself a Jew though. Let's get doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, it depends on how you want to use it. Let's get Acts. And watch this. Look at Acts. Chapter 21. verse 17.
Acts 21:17. And when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us
You're
gladly.
breaking up, Bob.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Count Acts 21:17. And when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. And the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, and all the elders were present. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things God had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law.
You see that? First he called them Gentiles, and then the next verse he called them Jews. He's just talking about the scattered Israelites. See that? So Jews could be related to the Israelites as well, depending on the context. But usually, like the brother said, it's just short for Judah, and it's often associated with the southern kingdom or associated with the tribe of Judah. But it can be applicable to all of Israel as well, as you can see right here. Read that one more time.
Acts 21 and
20.
verse 20. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law.
You see that? Verse 19, it says, and when they had saluted them, he declared particularly what things God had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. But then in verse 20, he said, hey, look, these are Jews that were among the Gentiles. These are Jews of the diaspora. You know what I mean? So depending on the context, yeah, absolutely. But most of the time it's talking about the southern kingdom. Being that Judah's the head of the southern kingdom. And Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. And it's associated with the rest of the tribes, essentially. 10 tribes. Yep. But remember, the Lord said he's going to break that stick between Judah. Let's get one more precept for it. I know, brother, it's late. Don't even trip. You ain't going to have to worry about class tomorrow.
Come
Oh!
Good.
Get Ezekiel.
37.
Yeah.
God.
That boy got a second win, huh?
Good. Nah, I rejoice in Soldier's class, man.
$37. Get to the point. Verse 22.
21. Okay, 22. Con, it's Ezekiel 37:22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
You see that? They're not going to be divided anymore. You see that? He said, I'm going to make them one nation, right? Now let's get to the context. Let's get to the context. He said they're going to be one nation. They're not going to be two nations anymore, right? Now here's the context. Context starts at verse 16. Read that.
Con, Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel as companions. Then take another stick and write upon it, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel as companions.
You see that? Judah represents the southern kingdom, Ephraim represents the northern kingdom and his companions, right? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Ephraim, and all the other tribes, right? Drop down to verse 19.
Verse 19, saying to them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel as fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and will make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
They're going to be one-minded. Judah is not going to be vexing Ephraim anymore. You know what I mean? They're going to be all on one accord, essentially.
How it was before Solomon sinned.
Here we go. Negroes only.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Lord in Christ.
God. Here we go.
I mean, yeah. In its essence, yeah. Before the mixing, yeah. That's why we say Black, Hispanics, Native American men and women of indigenous descent. We always say of indigenous descent, pre-Columbia.
Bingo. Damn, you know it's late out because all the spirits coming out.
Look, he laughing. Spirits come out at night, huh?
Hey man, the spirits out, man. Where did he even come from?
Freaks,
the brother
man.
spawned.
With the freaks, the spirits come out at night, man.
The brothers spawned, dog. They both Negro. Where the hell did that come from? Wow. They're actually not. What is a Negro? Let's start there. Mainly.
Different shades of brown, brother. If that's what you're trying to say, brother. Okay. All right, brother. Everybody's Negro. Everybody's dark skin, but Esau.
Let's start there. Define Negro.
Everybody's dark skin, brother, but Esau.
Because Negro is a Spanish word that means black. And what is black? Let's start there.
Aaliyah said, hey, it's 1:30 over here, man. Y'all still cooking with us all crazy.
Oh, she in the East Coast because it's 1:30 where I'm at. So she
you're on the East Coast, man. East Coast, y'all different over there. Shout out to the East Coast, man. She in the Big Apple, though. Y'all don't sleep in the Big Apple. New York don't sleep. I got to go back to New York. New York is fun.
Yeah, we got to go to New York. Yeah.
Like, people be outside right now in New York.
Yeah, to the morning time. Niggas up all night. City that never sleeps. Literally. Sister E, it's 1:30 where Sister E at too. She in Atlanta.
So she in the, hey, y'all on the East Coast time, huh? Shout out to
Yeah.
y'all. Well, let me see. What did it say? What? If I buzz my hair, would that be lawful versus shave my head?
Yeah, buzz cut is off. You just can't make baldness, so you can't shave your hair off.
Yeah, let's keep it up. Brother in the Midwest, keeping it popping. Especially especially in the Bronx. Especially in the Bronx, the bodegas in the Bronx should be lit.
Come.
In Harlem. Hey, I know. Music all night, she said it'd be lit. 10 tribes, they all the party. Yeah, man. So I'll go ahead and leave it there, man. We got 3 hours in through the spirit, all praises, man. Go ahead and like the videos. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't. Share on all the platforms, especially Facebook and Instagram, so we can get this truth forward out. Y'all have the rest of the blessed of y'all Sabbath, family. Shalom.
Shalom.